That's
I would
And he
say the
does,
yeah.
strong
A
nails
little
and the long
Men.
eyelashes. I hate them.
yeah, and he does nothing but eat like a pound of ground beef and rice a day.
Actually based.
Want to know another man thing that happens around here?
Oh boy, here we fucking go.
Josh, Josh hasn't had a fitted sheet on his bed weeks
do what?
because he keeps on forgetting
She's mad at
to
me
switch
because
over
I'm
the
sleeping
laundry.
with half a loose top sheet on the bed. See this? This is the half of the bed that's uncovered. That's the mattress side. That's my side, by the way. That's the side I get to
Where's
sleep on in my own
where's your
house.
mattress? Where's your mattress pad? Is that the mattress pad or is that just the
That's the
mattress?
mattress pad.
Okay. At
Sleeping on the
least your
mattress
bed.
topper. Don't make
Well,
a
let's
disgusted face at me, Vicky. Don't you
Wait, no, 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 no,
fucking
no, no, no.
dare.
No, that was my thinking face because I'm getting a lot of
No,
pop-ups from
no,
like
no,
things
no, no,
restarting. I'm not
no.
even kidding. I'm so dead ass right now. I had like my Fox and PDF thing that popped up, my Teams thing popped up.
That was
Like I'm
a.
getting so many notifications right now.
Ugh.
But to be fair, yes, I am judging you for that. But the disgusted face was not at you.
All right, I see. I'm seeing a lobby full of fucking critics. Apparently, everybody's a fucking saint. Nobody slept on a bare mattress before. My
And
fucking bad.
it's just driving me absolutely.
I used to sleep on top of my bed with a blanket over me so I didn't have to make my bed in the morning. There's that.
I just don't make my bed in the morning.
Yeah. I don't really get the biggest point of that. If it's your bed, it's not like you're presenting it to someone. You're like, look at the state of my room.
Jordan
Like
Peterson would
every
say,
time.
Here I am smoking an imaginary pipe." Jordan Peterson would say that you have to make your bed every morning. All right, we're moving on.
I know there's like
Let's play.
good health,
Let's play.
like mental health or something.
Let's
But
play the
who
fucking
cares
video
about
game.
that? Who cares about mental health?
The first video
Let's
game.
play the fucking video game. All right,
I mean, video game.
so we find ourselves in the Sanctum Sanctora. This is an extra dimensional plane that is the dominion of our merchants, which as of now are Melisandre the Magnificent, Elenion the Elven Wraith, and Rue Rediford, an archaeologist of some type or variety. These three are permanent sort of merchants who will be traveling with us in the realm of the Sanctum Sanctora. You can also get some free housing here if you'd like at a relatively meager fee, but it is more costly than simply sleeping rough outside the carriage, but it is a lot more safe. So, with us, bound-wise, are Tilson Lane, Riley Gleason, and Maynard Magnuson. Gleason is, I'm not sure if you guys have checked up on the report, but we will talk about those channels in just a moment. Um, Riley Gleason is shaken. I will go over what that means in a little bit. And Magnuson has been injured. These are two states that make the Bound's next roll on the next weekly check a little bit more dangerous. So, before I talk about the new channels, does anyone have any opening questions?
Not right away.
Not really.
I'm assuming
Not
the
right
weekly
away.
check is in-game, not real-life checks.
Yes, the weekly checks
Not
are going to
real-life
follow
weeks.
the
Okay.
in-game days, not
I just had to make sure.
yeah, not every week to week. I do have a friend who runs the Darkest March, which is a West Marches style campaign based off of Darkest Dungeon that does follow a real world time frame. So your long rest, you have to take a week off from the game to take a long rest, and your short rest is taking one night of in-game time to recover. So you like camp out for the night, you take a short rest, but your long rest you have to take a full week off of play, which is a really cool system because he's got like 30 players in it. But that's that. That's just an interesting little side piece. It's not what we're doing here. So yes, it's based off of the in-game time. So I'm gonna start with the bound channel under the ninth thread. So you'll see in the Discord that you have the welcome, rules and regs, helpful links, character portraits, journal, general, memes, scheduling, speculation, character features. Under that, you're going to have a new category, which is the ninth thread, where lore and history is going to be, portents, which is all of our questions we've asked the ninth thread and received answers to, or whenever we have a question that's answered privately, that will also be posted there as well. And then the bound table. I have done some light additions to these, so you may want to check through and see what has been added to your personal bound or any bound that you find interesting and want to help out more. The next under that is the risk table. So I'm going to read the entire risk table and I'm going to explain what's going on in case you guys didn't read it, didn't get a chance to read it, and don't know what the hell's going on. All bound roll on the risk table according to their threat frequency. There are 5 states that a bound can be in, each resulting from the roll on their previous risk check. These 5 states are as follows. Stable, which means everything is fine for the bound. They roll normally on a risk check, means they roll once and they take that result. 2. Shaken. The bound is rattled or emotionally off kilter. They roll with disadvantage on the next risk check, and to fix shaken, the bound just might need a shoulder to lean on. Depending on the bound's nature, they might need some tough love, they might need some love, they might need somebody to yell at them to get their life back on track, they might need to yell at somebody, but a hard conversation needs to be had. 3 is injured. The bound is physically injured or mentally taxed and needs help before it worsens. They roll the next risk check as if the region were 1 escalation point higher to a max of 5. So the bound needs medical care or rest. Now note, there are no doctors, medical doctors, in the party. You need to take them to an actual medical professional who can tell you what they need. It's not something that a cure wounds can fix. This is a person who needs intensive care. 4 is compromised. The bound situation has become critical. Their cover, network, safety, or personal stability is actively collapsing, and their threat is closing in on them. They roll at disadvantage on the risk check, and as if the region were 1 escalation point higher. Now, the bounds who are compromised need a lot of intervention. You need to either get their threat off their back or get them safe from whatever their threat may be. Now, a bound is compromised. You might learn some more information about what their threat is due to the nature of their being compromised, right? So if a person you know to be compromised is suddenly like overcome with a fever, you know that their threat might be health related, as opposed to somebody who's like just more nervous and locking their doors at night. That compromise might be somebody's after me. So read between the lines, try to figure out what your bound's threat actually is, and you can get closer to understanding, because to know what the threat is a step closer in solving it. And then 5 is dead. The bound dies and the threat immediately goes into effect. So keep in mind, their effects can stack if a bound is injured and shaken. So injured, you roll as if the region were an escalation point higher. Shaken, you roll with disadvantage. It's the same as if they were compromised. But if the bound is injured, shaken, and compromised, they roll 3 dice, taking the lowest of all 3, and on a table that's 2 escalation points higher than their current region. So these negative effects can compound. So you can be shaken and injured and compromised, which means that you are really close to, you are at risk. And then placing a continuant on a bound gives them advantage on that risk table roll. And then under this goes into threat frequency. I won't go through all of that, but it tells you on which table, on which timeline, your bound are going to be rolling their risk checks. So sometimes it is ad hoc, meaning it's off a trigger. Sometimes it is weekly, meaning it's on the 1st, 8th, 15th, and 22nd of the month. And sometimes it is monthly, meaning it's on the 1st of the month. Wake up, it's the 1st of the month. And then under that, you will find the escalation tables, which is escalation 1, the worst thing you can be is stable, or the worst thing you can be is shaken. Escalation 2, the worst thing you can be is injured. Escalation 3 is when you can start becoming dead, and then it only gets worse from there. So, any questions about that before we continue?
How is this gonna affect the overall? I'm so sorry, Vicky. You do it first, actually. I
I
just
was
met
just
the ADHD brain.
can effects be hidden from us?
Mm-mm.
You will always tell us,
I
even
will
if
tell
we
you.
haven't like contacted our
I'll-
bounds yet.
I don't believe in blindsiding you guys.
Mm-hmm.
So in the report channel, which is what we're going to talk about next, at the start of the new week, I will tell you what changes occurred the following week. So today is, let me go to the calendar here in my Word document. I believe today is the 7th of Earth. Yes, the 7th. Today is Saturday. So the next day will begin the next week, and I'll actually roll the risk checks in front of you guys to show you what I'm doing. Um, so from 8 to 14 is the next risk check, and I'll post that right in report right away so you guys will know who is shaken, who is injured, who is stable, etc., etc.
Yeah, I just see that there's some bounds that aren't even like known to the characters or to us
Yes,
yet.
I will.
So I don't
Even
know.
if a bound is unknown, I will say like Obscura Bound 2 is injured,
Okay.
and now you won't have a lead as to who that person is, but you'll know, oh shit, we got to figure out who these people are quickly because we're already on the back foot. Now, since none of them were here today, I was going to throw Obscura and Thorn a bit of a bone and give them some clues to help deduce who their bounds are, but since neither of them are in attendance today, I will actually be withholding that. So just consider that attendance is I like that, and when you don't hear, you don't stuff. Great question, Vicky. Ben, you had a question?
Yeah, like how often is it going to change and like affect what we do? Like, is it gonna be? I don't know. Tell me.
Elaborate what you mean by that. How often will this change what we do? What do you mean?
Like, I hate blinking. Like, how much will we have to do? Do we have to travel to a certain place if it's at a certain risk level, or else they're gonna be dead? Is it going to ever? What actions should we do? Things arise. I mean, it might be just in the moment or something,
So
but
it depends
there.
on, again, how severe they are, and it depends a lot on your rapport with that person. So, for instance, in your case, if let's say, who is one of your bound who you know what their threat is? Anybody?
Know what their threat is. I mean,
Lucius, you know what
I
your.
Sort of.
know Baldwin has leprosy.
Let's use Baldwin then. Perfect example.
Sure.
It's established that Bonnie has a pretty high rapport with Baldwin. So if Baldwin is, say, injured and needs to take some time off, because of their rapport, Bonnie might not even need to go to Kaela, where Baldwin is. She might just be able to send an LDN message with a courier in his care that says, hey, I've heard about this. I need you to take some time off. And that alone might be enough to persuade him to just take some time off. He can go see a doctor. He can get some R&R and see about healing him from injured. Now, in your case, let's say someone like Tom Keeley, who you don't have a very strong rapport, right? You guys are basically coworkers. If you were compromised, that needs a lot of intervention on your behalf. That's not something you can resolve over the phone. You got to go there in person to where he is and fix that problem. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So
So it just depends on what it is.
exactly. It depends on what their state of mind is. It depends how much rapport you have with them. You might be in a neighborhood where you don't have to visit, but that's a lot of the reason why the train lines are in, because that expedites travel to some key locations, that you can shortcut a lot of the travel to places if it's just you going. And then you can go, you can hash it out with Tom Keeley, you can have an understanding with him, and you can move on, right?
Okay.
Yeah, so shaken just means that a person might need a shoulder to lie on. Injured means they need some more intensive care, and compromised means they need some serious intervention.
Okay.
Cool. Any other questions before we move on?
Um, I got one.
What's up?
So you said effects can stack. Do they always stack like sequentially, like shaken, injured, compromised, or can a person be injured but not shaken, or compromised but not injured?
Yes, a person can be compromised but not injured. Yes,
Okay.
you can have just one or two. You don't have to have all three. You can just be compromised and shaken without being injured in the middle. It's not. You can pick mix and match from anywhere on the list.
Cool.
Cool. Any other questions? Great. I feel like we did that pretty well. I'll go down to the report channel. As we can see on week 1, it is the 1st of Earth to the 7th of Earth. Here's what has happened. Coastal rent was lowered to 2. Escalation 2 with the arrest of Katya Cleaver, and it was also raised to Escalation 4 with the death of Vladimir Draven and the subsequent siege by the family of Man. So Coastal Vrent is now at Escalation 4 out of a max of 5, so it's pretty high on the list. Some bound events that occurred. Maynard Magnuson was injured below the Mazework Manor. He must receive advanced medical attention and rest in safety to recover. Riley Gleason has been shaken due to the death of Vladimir Draven. A hard conversation about law and order must be had. And then Gerard Littlebritches Franks has been shaken due to unknown circumstances. And Alistair Cross has been shaken due to unknown circumstances. So if we don't know that person's threat, or we don't know why this person was shaken or injured, I won't give you a hint as to how to resolve that. But if it is, if we do know how they were injured or how they were shaken, I'll point you in the right direction. All good on that front?
Yeah, I think.
Because I was gonna ask with mine,
With Cross, yeah.
like, because it says unknown circumstances, but like, can I like assume it was because of what happened in Left Haven,
You can
or would you
assume
say that?
you can assume that all you want, but we have not heard information from Cross to verify that.
Okay.
I don't believe Cross has given you any information that would make that jump anything more than deduction.
All right.
Okay, that's all I really wanted to cover. Do we have any more questions before we get this underway in full?
Nope.
Have we taken any rests yet? I'm sorry.
Yes,
I
we
just
have-
looked at my character sheet and I was like, oh, I'm still at 9 hit points.
Yes, we have taken a long rest. If you have not taken a long rest at this time, please do so. Also, if you have not leveled yourself up to 4, you should. I believe everybody should be at level 4.
I'm not. I'm at level 3 right now.
Okay. You can just go into manage and go down to level, up your level 1 time, roll one of your hit dice, add it to the rolled total. You know how to level up. If you don't, let me know and I'll coach you through it. Or it can wait till after and I'll coach you through it then. But either way.
Change sheet appearance, character settings, manage character and levels.
Yeah,
Okay.
there you go. Then go in there
Yeah.
and change from 3 to 4,
Level
and then down
3
to manage
to 4.
HP. Then you're gonna roll a D8, and whatever you roll, add it to your rolled total. You don't add anything. D&D Beyond will do that for you, and then you can
Maybe
change your
it's
HP that way.
above it. Okay, sorry.
All right. So I'm gonna go ahead and get us started. We awake at, I'll say about like 9 o'clock on the 7th of Earth. It's quiet in this sanctum, which I think is the first time a lot of you have woken up in a really quiet place in a while. Loft Haven is a pretty loud city. Coute Rouge is a pretty loud city. It's been a rough first week. But as you guys sort of collect your belongings and get yourselves together, Chrysanthemum, you find 2 vinyl records sitting on the table in front of your bed. And they are written in that same inscrutable language with the same Maynard Magnuson Records publishing house, but they look to be different. It's not the same characters used on Run Rabbit Run. Out of game, I will let you know, Thorn and Obscura both found 2 of these records, and because they are not here, decided to leave them with you. I asked them both separately who they'd like to leave their record with, and both of them said you. But regardless, the rest of you guys pack up all of your stuff, and as you step out of the room, the stone door behind you closes and becomes, again, that featureless wall, and you can walk down the large spiral staircase of this tower and enter the very bottom of the Sanctum Sanctorum, where it looks like there is a large table set up in the center, where you can see Melisandre has set out some breakfast plates for you guys.
I say good morning.
You say good morning as you come down the stairs. Marisandra just goes, "Oh, good morning to you too as well, dearie. Come on down. It's hot. Eat it. Enjoy." She just kind of hurriedly gestures down for you guys to join her at the table. She's sitting on a very large chair, obviously, because she's fucking gigantic. Um, and then joining you as well on the other end of the table, sort of at both heads of the table, one is Elenion, who is this very surly kind of spiteful looking elven wraith, and the other is Melisandre, and then sort of bouncing in between, acting as the maitre d' of sorts, is Rue Rediford, this sort of wild-haired human archaeologist wearing a very plain buttoned shirt and some corduroy trousers. And you guys are given a nice breakfast, so I would say it's probably 9:30 by the time you guys finish up, and you guys can speak to whoever you like. The three continuants that you guys have are here. So Quake, Witness, and Latchkey are here. There is a small mystery about them to be solved here. If you guys solve it, I will open up some new fun channels for you guys to check out. But if not, you guys can have a conversation with your bound. You guys can get any errands you want done out of the way, or we can just move on through the travel section.
Also, am I like with them again, or have I yet
Yeah,
to?
you're with them. So I'll say what happened with Fletcher
Oh, okay.
is you walked along enough time, you found the carriage, you managed to see the port key inside, you touched it, and now you enter the Sanctum Sanctora. Do I need to refresh you on what the Sanctora looks like?
Sure.
Yes, the Sanctum Sanctora is a 150-foot tall stone tower. You are in the
Tower.
interior of it, so you can't really see outside of what the tower would be because it's this kind of subterranean space is the extraplanar space. Above you is a sort of nondescript white light that comes all the way down. The bottom level is sort of dim but not dark. It's not like a cave or anything, but it's just dark. And then around it is a spiral staircase that leads all the way up to the top.
So like we're in the bottom of a big missile silo.
Yeah, exactly. Think about it like that. Bottom of a big missile silo.
Okay.
Okay. Sure.
And then with you is Melisandre the Magnificent, who you have met before. She's a very tall, 30-foot tall stone giant woman. And there is Elenion, who is an elven wraith. He looks to be vaguely spiteful to anyone who looks his way. And then Rue Rediford, who is a human archaeologist.
Yeah, Fletcher just very tiredly eats breakfast. It's very autonomous, just going with emotions right now after almost being tortured and welded to a piece of metal.
You feel a warm hand on your back as Melisandre reaches over the whole table and kind of pats you very gingerly on the back. There, dearie.
Thank you, miss.
You're quite welcome.
It's very good.
Enjoy that. Take seconds if you must. So, folks, what's the plan for today? Besides escaping Lofthaven by the skin of our teeth?
That's all I know how to do right now is escape on the skin of my fucking teeth.
That's
So,
alright, dearie.
what do you guys have in mind?
I need to check on Alistair. See how he's doing after all that's happened. I know it's probably messed up his business.
And Riley.
Yeah, Riley Gleason and Tealson are at the table with you guys.
Tealson isn't bacon or stirred or
Tealson's fine.
okay.
You actually even see that Maynard is trying to eat, but every bite looks very painful for him. Every time he swallows, he gives a little grimace.
Do you know what his injuries are?
He fell through the elevator shaft and landed on a piece of broken glass that severed his vocal cords.
That's right.
Yikes. Yeah, I don't know who these people are. Can you like text me these people? Because I'm not gonna remember
Tell
just
you what,
saying it once.
I'll do even better. I'll explain them to you in full. Riley Gleason is an orcish inspector, so he's an inspector marshal of the Hand Imperium. A a few ranks above what Chrysanthemum is. So Chrysanthemum already has a very limited oversight being a marshal. There are very few people in the Hand Imperium that she is beholden to. Teal'c Lane, as an inspector, is beholden to almost no one, meaning that he has a lot of leeway in what he can do and what he can't do. So he is a pretty much professional rule bender and not really the nicest guy on the planet, but Teal'c's a pretty good cop and has been doing this for a while. The other one is Riley Gleason. He is
Say the first name again, real quick.
Teal'c
Sorry.
Lane. Thielson Lane, like a street.
Okay, thank you. Because I
And-
would not have gotten that.
Yep, it's a tough name. The second one is Riley Gleason. He is a reformed family of man supremacist. So he is covered from head to toe in third-degree burns that have taken most of his body. There is still the very faint scar of an F right there at the notch of his sort of sternum and clavicle. That is.
But he went against them?
It appears to be, because he is now a marshal. He is about the same age as Chrysanthemum, maybe a little younger, so he clearly hasn't been a marshal for very long. But he's covered in third-degree burns, which tells you he's probably removed a majority of his tattoos.
Yeah, that makes sense.
He's a little bit of a hothead. He's pretty aggressive and very vocal about law and order. He's clutching onto the rule book pretty hard. And then there is Maynard Magnuson. Magnuson is one of Thorn's Bound and is a music producer, a record producer, and has produced 13 records, 9 of which were published, that appear to be songs that he has transposed from within Rifts. In the escape from Mazework Manor, he fell down an elevator shaft, took a shard of glass to the neck, which severed his vocal cords. So recently has become a mute.
Name again?
Maynard
last-
Magnuson. Maynard Magnuson.
Thank you.
Yep, and that is everybody. Those are your 3 bound, and then there are also 3 continuants here: Witness, Latchkey, and Quake, who are sitting at the table but are not eating.
Do they just not want to, or can they not?
That's an interesting question. Make an insight check.
It's a 19 plus stuff.
A 19 plus stuff. You get to set
It's a 25 if you want. Okay.
a 25 if I want. Well, I'll take that.
What?
I'll tell you straight off the rip, they do not need to eat. Not that they are constructs per se, but that whatever sort of extraplanar, out of the continuum of reality sort of existence they inhabit does not require them to eat, nor to sleep, possibly nor to breathe, to the extent of they might as well be constructs, but they are not.
Could they eat if they wanted to, though?
That's an interesting question. You're not sure of the answer on a 25. That's something you'd have to ask them. But nevertheless, based on how they are sitting and how nonchalant this appears, they don't appear to need to eat. No.
And which one? Or
All of them. All of the continuants. Quake, Latchkey, Witness, all 3 of them are sat at the table. None of them are eating. So it would appear that they don't need to.
Who did we have everybody looking after? I'm looking for it, but I can't find it.
That would be in the continuance channel, which is not open yet, but you could see it under bound as well. Or actually even in the risk tables, it would show you. We have Baldwin Kirk protected by Witness, Paracelsus Saint Ivana protected by Latchkey, and as of yet, Quake has not been assigned. This is the last day to do so.
And they protect Butcher?
To set a continuant on somebody, which would be Quake, Witness, or Latchkey to protect them. One of the bound. Anyone. You could put Quake on anyone, yeah.
I think it should probably be one of the
Why don't you turn your
like
mic on?
shaken people.
Well, it'd be nice if they heard you. That's a good point you brought up. What'd you say?
Oh, I was saying like Butcher or something.
They could protect Butcher. Yeah.
If no one else is gonna throw anything out. But
I think
I
should be
recommend
one of
it.
the. I think it should be one of them, like someone with like a risk on him, like because Maynard is injured, so he needs to get like help, or like
Yeah.
Gerald or Riley is Alistair. They're all shaken, so I think it could be one of them.
I want a my bound.
Yes, that's a good point.
Your bound is
Gerald Littlebritches Franks is in the next city over in Adalia, the one that didn't burn down. Lufthaven's burning, but Gerald is in Adalia, which is a very nearby city. No, he's in Adalia.
he's shaken.
He is in Adalia. So let's go to roll 20, and we'll check that. We'll check that fucking shit out.
I'm cool with that because we don't know what his shakenness is because of, and I know
Yeah.
Quake's probably I'll just stop this because he's the big tanky one. That's
That
like
is correct.
a brick wall.
But yeah, it would make sense to give it to the injured person.
So we are here on the map, as we can tell, right there. And over here would be Adalia, so I believe. Let me just check. We can make it there by the end of day today. If we wanted to start pushing off in that direction. We certainly could. Would we be interested in
Because the
doing
bound's
that?
there. Yeah. If Nicole's bound's there, we could see what's up with Little Britches.
Okay. So who is driving?
Well, before we leave, I wanna. Because is there an LDN machine here? Like, should I ask Mersanj
There
if
is
there's an LDN
not an
machine?
LDN machine here.
So there's no way to contact Alistair from
Yeah.
inside the
L-
Sanctum Sanctora.
LDN requires some hard wiring, which it would be hard to get to through an extraplanar space.
It's Wi-Fi.
It's not Wi-Fi. There is no Wi-Fi. They have a 5G tower just outside. No.
But we can ask the starts with
Oh,
a
the
C.
lady.
Yeah, about like
Rue Rediford.
no, but also the constituents or whatever they are.
Oh,
like,
the
we can ask them
continuance?
about
Oh, the
how-
continuance.
Yeah, how our bound are doing.
That's
Yeah.
why I asked, actually. I don't know why I didn't push that agenda.
Yeah, you can.
Yeah, just like before we leave.
You can switch a continuant to whoever.
No, I'm like,
the
can we
hell they're
ask
doing.
about how our bound are doing that they were originally on?
Oh, ask how Witness and Latchkey are doing. With their bound.
Yeah.
They. How do I want to say this? I would like for you guys to figure out the mystery about the continuance. So just kind of getting to know them, because they have like a unique system of passives that activate. So kind of you're in the ballpark of what their ability actually is, but you can't have that conversation with them.
We can or we cannot.
You can.
We cannot.
You can.
Oh, I can.
You can if you want. Yes.
Oh, I heard cannot, but that's fine.
Well, I guess I'll ease into it and just like break the ice because it seems pretty tense at the table right now.
It's a pretty quiet table, yeah.
So I'll just yell
Well,
like
rusty at this.
like wherever they're at, probably more towards Latchkey than everything because she seems to be more jovial. I'll just be like, Mayor Sonda did a phenomenal job on this cooking. I think y'all should just try it even if you're not hungry.
Oh, it's a very kind offer, Miss Oakley, but we don't need it.
Still tastes good though. I've eaten when I wasn't hungry before.
Certainly. Um, pleasures of the flesh tend not to do very much for us. She kind of does one of these to either side, to Witness and Quake.
Just ate two.
Y'all don't got like taste buds?
Do you have taste buds? And Quake goes, mm. Do you have taste buds? I certainly have taste buds, yes. We all have taste buds.
Well, then what do y'all do for enjoyment?
Quake goes, fight.
It's a man right there.
Just points. Just points it at Grim. Latchkey goes, that's not really what we consider in the grand scheme of things.
It's not always about
I
the
ask,
grand scheme
what
of
do you
things.
consider in the grand scheme of things?
Well, it's interesting you ask. What do you consider in the grand scheme of things? And she looks right at Grim.
Of course, I look to the stars.
And Witness kind of nods his head sagely at that. Yes, the astrologically minded among us. But fun and games are distractions in an otherwise precarious position we find ourselves in. While, yes, the hotcakes do look delicious, our time is best spent focusing on the task at hand.
Well, you're
Besides,
just sitting at the table right now.
so are you.
Why have you come to see us at this interesting point in our journey?
To provide
It's
comfort,
not interesting. We're eating breakfast.
you have just escaped from something harrowing. Lufthaven burns on the horizon. We assume that, at the least, you should be rattled.
Right now, I want breakfast. That's what I want
Enjoy it.
after all this. Thank you.
You see Quake goes and looks in at Bonnabelle and is sort of fascinated by the nature of your inquiry. On that 25 insight, it really looks like the question landed to both Witness and Latchkey, but Quake, who might be of a simpler disposition, was completely dumbfounded by the very fundamental premise of the question, that food is enjoyable, therefore even though you don't need it, why do you eat it? That has completely passed him by, and he's looking at you with a very curious expression, although granted he has a big slab of metal in front of his face. It just looks to be a very curious expression, like he didn't quite get it.
Reason to look confused. I mean, we've all had jobs before. I'm sure there's a purpose in this world, but I mean, at the end of the day, sometimes it's just the little things that keep you going.
It's been a long time since I've enjoyed the little things.
Well, I think you should try it, and I'm gonna push him a hot cake.
He grabs a fork and make a persuasion check, if you please.
Oh God.
Come on, Vic.
Uh, that's a 22.
Grabs a fork, spears the top one. You hear the porcelain plate crack with the force of how hard he hit it. Picks it up, takes just a couple fingers under the mask, lifts it, and you see a very chiseled, shaven jawline and a very cut mouth with a couple busted teeth in it. As he lifts open, takes a bite, and pulls the mask back down. There. Happy?
Are you? That was the whole point of it.
It's pretty good. It's pretty good. He stands, lets the fork sort of tink down, and as he stands, you see that when he sort of lifted the mask, maybe left one of the buckles loose on the side of where the strap kind of comes around the back of his head. It maybe left one of the buckles a little bit loose.
Is there anything magical about the mask?
Make an Arcana check.
Or like, yeah.
Do they all wear masks, or is it just
Yes,
Quake?
they're all wearing some sort
Oh.
of thing to cover their face.
Yeah, so I'm on this the hit points thing still. It did a bunch of things like automatically. It rolled 24. I don't know what to
I'll
do with
fix
the
that. I'll
HP
fix that for you.
modifier.
You can just go back to your character sheet.
Okay, I'm just gonna.
To the top right, to a little ID card looking thing, and then I'll take you back to your character sheet.
Got it. Thank you. Thank you. Okay.
I asked if there's.
So
I know
plus-
that you all have done a lot for us. Is there anything that we can do, even if it is not pleasures of the
15.
flesh? I put in quotes.
15 on that Arcana check. Grim, who are you directing that question towards?
All three of them.
All three of them. Witness says, "You have done much for us, Threaded. We ask that you continue along your path. We are but humble servants to your end."
What is our end? Do you think?
That is a question I am not equipped to answer. What is your end, human? And on that 15, as Quake lifted the mask, you saw the underside of it. The interior is of a type of metal that is relatively alien. And I use the word alien here in a very literal sense, meaning from outside this planet. It is glossy blue with a sort of oil on water tinge of green. This is a metal called meteorite. Meteorite is extremely heavy. And you start looking over the rest of Quake's armor, all of these little bands and big plates armoring everything but his joints, and you think that this guy might be wearing meteorite armor in the style of a sort of Rock Lee to weigh himself down, meaning that these can be taken off to allow him to move much faster. So when you saw him earlier sort of effortlessly break that dude's arm by not moving particularly fast, but perhaps weighing a ton, you understand now that it is the metal of meteorite on his body that is what's making him so heavy.
Hold yourself back to make yourself better, don't you?
What was that?
You hold yourself back with these to make yourself stronger. Isn't that right?
Yes. Restraint is the better part of power. Power without restraint is cruelty.
What would you be cruel towards?
I am not cruel, so the question is meaningless.
Fair enough.
Here. He turns and unclasps one of the bracers, opens it up, and you see it's literally a cast iron mold around his arm that just with a little twist buckle latches in place around his arm. It looks very uncomfortable and also extremely heavy. And as he opens it up, you see that same light blue kind of oil on water coating on the inside. And he drops it to the ground, hits the floor, and cracks the stonework with just the drop from his shoulder. Feels a lot more free now. And you see as he's sort of turning his arm on his wrist, there is a small tattoo of the number 2.
Fletcher takes note, but he isn't sure if he should bring it up. But
Quake leans down, picks his bracer back up, shakes it a bit, and says, "You want to try it?"
Yes.
Hands it to Grim. Grim, make a strength check. Make a straight strength check.
1 second. 15 plus. Gosh darn it! Why did my thing go away?
Josh, I saw that initial reaction.
I was like,
19.
a 19. This is a DC 20. You
Oh man.
you put it on your arm. You have just your breastplate and skivvies. You put it on your arm, and your arm thunk onto the table, and you flexing with all of your muscles. Veins are popping out of your neck, and you cannot lift your arm off the table.
Can I add psychic power to try and lift it
If you want to
so that I
burn
can?
that today, sure, it's the start of the
Not
day,
really.
but you're welcome to.
Not really. Not really.
Grim, you
No,
put
no,
your
no.
you put your foot against the table and start giving it all the fucking juice you have. Your hand is like glued to this fucking table. Quake goes, huh? It's heavy. It's funny because you can't pick it up. You look you look like
Body's gonna laugh at that in game.
he points
Yeah.
at you and goes, "You look ridiculous right now." Huh?
What? A smile looks ridiculous.
Huh? That's funny. Huh? You can't pick it up. Leans over the table and
Yeah,
unbuckles it.
Fletcher is even like snickering at this point as he's just been.
Quake leans over and unbuckles it, and it just goes thunk over on your arm, and you yank your arm up, having like just still the amount of pressure hasn't changed. So when he opens it, your
I
hand
just
just
fly
goes
back.
flying. Ha, ha ha. And he
It's
locks
like
his
Iron Man trying to pick up the hammer.
locks his arm back in place and clicks it.
Just remember to loosen him every once in a while, especially if it means we're gonna lose otherwise.
We're not going to lose. Why would you say that?
I'm not a prophet.
No, but
Okay.
shouldn't you be hopeful?
Yeah, I mean, generally, that's what I'm saying.
It doesn't sound very hopeful when you put things like that.
Do you have hopes?
He sort of looks off a little despondently. I did once. It's not important
You said,
anymore.
did you say hopes the whole time? Because I heard helps.
Yeah.
Hope.
Do you have hopes? And he said, I
Okay.
did once, but it's not important now.
That's why I was like, yeah, I heard the wrong word.
Hmm. So
Hope
what?
is fickle. It's
Hmm.
not consistent. It's not results. I only
Yeah.
feel confident after the results.
Grim looks confused
Yeah.
for a second after dusting himself off, and he looks at at Quake, and he says, "Someone as powerful as you, why would they want to use this to what? I still don't understand what we're doing. Yet you look at us as if we are better, as if you say servants, as if you're the ones that follow us, yet you have more power.
Well, yeah. We're not important. You're important.
How is someone less important than another?"
Because of their stake. I guess. I'm not really suited to questions like this.
I look at Latchkey.
Latchkey goes and points to Witness. Witness says, alright, perhaps I had better take this. Yes, in the grand schism of the world, beings can be more or less important. It does not mean that they are less or more deserving of respect, or kindness, or truth, but it just means that their scale in their weight in the cosmic scales of right and wrong are more. To be placed upon the scale of one side or another has a greater effect if the person is more important. For instance, though a king may be indifferent or neutral, he perhaps carries more import to the nature of a world than a peasant. But such is not always the case. That is why you are meant to steward the bound. These are important figures of change, and you are their stewards. And us, to an extent, your stewards.
How shall we take best advantage of your stewardship?
Again, not my question to answer. I am your obedient servant. You call, and I answer.
Um, I'll interject here, Lucius will, and he'll ask, "Did you steward yourselves to us, or did someone put you to us? Like, did someone assign you to us, or is
Lashki,
that your choice?"
Lashki leans in and says, "We do have a master, but it's been our duty for a long time to shepherd the threaded, and we are here to do that in this instance, as we have in multiple others, yes."
So this master said, "Follow these people around because they're important."
Because you're threaded, yes.
Dreaded.
Threaded through what?
Fate or some of the
But we're not the important ones. It's the people that we're bound to that are.
What on earth makes you think you're not important?
Because
Well,
we've lost others along the way.
Yes, loss can change a person, but you are important. You're very important. For all these bound are connected to you. And if you were lost, these bound would not know where to go, or what to do, or how best to achieve their form of good. It is because you are here that the bound continues.
would that not make you important then, since you do the same thing to us?
An interesting question. I hadn't considered that. But, for the time being, are we as important as you? No. Does that mean we're important? Sure. Quake goes, "I'm not important," and just turns away. And Lechky goes, "I think you're important. I think you're really important.
Oh,
I think you're doing great.
Latchkey's just the cheerleader.
I think you're
You
doing really
you
good.
may not
Good
think
job."
you're important, but you're definitely an impressive man.
Thanks.
it's important to have someone like you around. And more for just your strength.
Yeah. He's sort of like wondering what else there is, but goes, "Yeah, yeah." I'll tie back to something very interesting that happened that I don't want us to lose track of. This is the first time we've ever seen a continuant skin, and it had a very notable marking on it, which was the number 2.
The two. Yeah.
You wonder if the other continuants might have something similar.
Did it look like skin?
It did. It looked like Goliath skin.
Oh.
He's very clearly a Goliath.
Do they all wear that kind of armor?
No, Quake is the only one of his kind to wear armor. He is unique in that
It's
aspect.
just the mask.
It's the mask, and it's every part of his body that does not have a joint. So he's got a
No,
breastplate.
but I mean, they all wear the mask.
Yes, they're all wearing face coverings of some kind. Latchkey has a very
Oh.
low hood drawn, and her face is sort of shadowed under it. You can just see her like pure white circular eyes looking through. And then Witness has a very strange sort of mask with 2 eye holes and a third eye, like a big disc at his forehead.
Like a hole for a literal third eye, or like
A circle,
design that.
a big circle plate on his
Okay.
forehead that mimics what a third eye would look like.
Am I close to any of the other constants?
Did you stand from your seat?
Um, I guess I can.
No,
'Cause
if
I
you
wanted
haven't
to
if you
see if
haven't
I
stood
could.
from your seat, then you're close to Witness.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I hadn't, I guess. But do they have anything besides the robe or whatever they're wearing on their arms? Like, is there
Um,
anything holding me back from looking at it.
He has long flowing sleeves and gloves. You're not sure how far up the gloves go, but they just look to be like gloves.
And latchkey too.
Yeah,
I
Latchkey
see no
has
reason why we
Latchkey
can't
has
ask.
shorter gloves, has fingerless gloves, and some shorter looking sleeves. It might look like her wrist is a little more easily accessible.
Am I close to any of them?
You're close to Latchkey, I'll
Like-
say.
Okay.
Witness.
And I'll just say Chris has been kind of paying attention.
Okay.
Since the number 2 was.
Roll perception, Chris, and then Fletcher, continue with your conversation with Witness.
Do you also have a number on your wrist?
Roll persuasion, Fletcher.
Uh,
Eh.
persuasion. Look at the sheet in those.
Do these numbers, like, is there any like history or anything behind like numbers on people in this world?
Ooh,
15.
interesting. Roll history, Grim. You actually might know this. 15 persuasion on Witness. Witness says, "Yes, I do." And pulls up his sleeve, and you see that the gloves do in fact go all the way up to the elbow, and begins rolling
Oh.
down the gloves, and you see purple skin, that of a drow, a dark elf, and reveals his wrist, which has the number 4 on it. What did you roll on perception, Chris?
15.
15. You are not able to catch Latchkey's number if she has one.
So, what's the purpose?
I rolled a 24.
A 24. As Fletcher asks, what's the purpose? You recall a very, very old treatise that is, for some reason, jumping out in your mind right now. There are 13 core tenets in how to write a story. 2 and 4 jump out at you as being. Hold on.
I speak them out loud,
Yep, hold on while I get this
and you just say them, and we'll say that I said them.
absolutely correct. I want to make sure I get this 100% right. Which are conflict and revelation in that order. Conflict being the second, which is quake, and revelation, which is the fourth, being witness. And as you say that out loud, both heads snap and turn to you immediately. And witness goes, "Curious. Yes, your friend is right. I am a being of the fourth thread, the thread of revelation, and my associate Quake of the second thread, conflict." And Latchkey goes, "I don't have a thread."
How do you not have a thread? Everyone's got a thread, it seems like.
Lifts up her glove and you see the number 0. What thread is that?
Yeah, that's 0. Yeah, I see.
Yeah, I've never heard of a 0 thread, have you?
Well, that might be the starting point.
No, the starting point is 1.
Well,
Unless it's a double digit and you got another one on your other wrist.
Quake goes, "I hadn't thought about that."
checks his clank.
Checks, thunk, checks it again.
Grim says maybe. Grim thinks for a second, and he says maybe 0 is the space between the books.
You see, Latchkey jumps over the table and gives you a big hug. I knew I liked you. Unfortunately, I don't have a number. But I am the continuant of curiosity, for what that's worth.
Curiosity.
Exactly. The space between the books.
I like that. Yeah, space between the books. See, I am
It could
important.
be a circle.
A 0 is like a circle, yeah, sort of stretched out at the top and bottom, but yeah, it's a circle. Yeah.
Still
Maybe
could
that's
connect
what
all the
ties
stories.
everything together.
See, I like
Me
that.
and Vicky
Sort
are
of
on the
like
same
a
wavelength.
sort of like one of these. Yeah, go me. And with that mystery solved, I am going to go ahead and open the bound channel on the Discord.
The continuance.
The continuance channel, rather. Excuse me. Yes.
That's the
Um. Oh, how?
Yay, we did it.
I can edit the channel permissions, and I will turn off private channel. So you will be able to see Witness, Latchkey, and Quake. So, the boon of Witness. After a week spent protecting a bound, Witness reports their threat and how it can be defeated. So, if you leave them on for a full week of time, Witness will report how their threat, the nature of their threat, and how it can be beaten. However, his blindness, Witness is unable to interpret manipulation or deception. He reports only cold facts. So, the very human part of the equation, Witness can't understand for you. Latchkey, her boon is after a week spent protecting a bound. Latchkey reveals their location, goals, threat, and nature, so she will reveal a lot about the bound. Latchkey does not understand why people do things, and the emotional social motives are guesswork. She can lead you to a problem, but not through it. So, sort of the same deal, but moving through a bit more of that curiosity pathway that she'll open every box just to see what's inside. And then Quake, his boon is that bound that Quake protects cannot be harmed by a hunter, meaning that if their bound is a physical threat, meaning a person is chasing them, they can't be killed if Quake is on them. They can get all sorts of other things wrong with them, but Quake will take death if that means protecting the bound. But anything that is not a fight passes Quake by. So subtlety and manipulation, he has no fucking clue what's going on. So those are the three continuants you've discovered: Quake, Witness, and Latchkey.
Uh, who have they been on so far? Would those same boons, those I don't know what you call them,
Yes.
the blindness.
Bound.
They have been on Baldwin and Paracelsus throughout the week, meaning that if you keep them through till tomorrow, the whole week will have gone through with their protection, and tomorrow you will get the lowdown on all of those guys. Meaning that if you switch them now, you don't get that payoff later. But if Quake, who is unassigned, is put on someone, there's only good things that can come of it.
Can
I
I
feel like
make
he would be somebody really good to watch Riley, just because it feels like the family of man is going to come.
Well, I have a thought on that about where we should put Quake because um
Feel free to discuss amongst yourselves. I need to use the restroom, so please take this time to discuss where we should put Quake.
if we're gonna go see Gerald next, right? And he is shaken, and Quake is a fighter, then wouldn't that mean that it wouldn't be a bad thing to put him on Gerald so that Quake can help us if needs be while we're trying to help Gerald?
Yeah,
I
that's
mean,
kind
it
of the
can't.
same
Gerald.
way I was thinking with Riley, because Riley is a reformed family of man member, and we just, we, meaning Emmett and the royal we, just killed Vlad Draven, so the family of man is burning Lofthaven. If one of them were to get an eye on Riley, they would. I don't know. I just feel like he would likely be in the firing line.
I would agree. It's who has a more physical threat. Like, we don't know why Gerald is shaken. Like, we don't know his story of like, at least I don't know what his deal is. He could have, you know, the lights could be off and he couldn't turn on the lights. He could be shaken. Like, we don't know what his shaken is because of.
Right.
I would make a claim maybe just for Maynard, who is injured, and not just because he's injured, but like if he can't yell for help right now or like really contact us in that way.
He needs an interpreter.
So if he just has like a protector, uh, then I think that might be good for him to somehow get healed from whatever he's doing. But again,
Oh,
I don't know enough about him or what happened to him to really know.
I'm gonna ask a question to the group. Is there any questions that we have for Maynard? Because I can ask them. and he can communicate with me.
Let me look at his what it says about him.
Chris wants to know what those two new records are, just in case that's something we need to know. Because we have, well, Obscura had the other one, the Run Rabbit Run, and Chris has a piece of it, a piece of the label, but it was in that like untranslatable language. So we didn't know what the name of it was until the turtle lady told us. Um, I would like to know what those other ones are called. I don't even know if Maynard's at the table with us or if he's somewhere
Um,
in cozy bed.
how many of the threads are there, or like how many stories can be told?
Unknown. Grimm discovered a treatise a while ago that mentioned 13 key parts of a story. If Latchkey is an unnumbered, that would make it 14, which is curious because 0 to 13 is not typically how 13 is counted to. You wouldn't go 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, on and on. So if 0 is there, who knows how many unnumbered threads there are, but there are at least 13, which, as you're recalling, Fletcher asked that question to Witness at the very start, and Witness said there was another number hidden in the world. Chris, do you
I
remember
just
how many songs there were in Varietas
yeah.
Temporis? There were 13. Do you remember
There
how
were
many people
13.
perished at the Opera House?
Was it also 13?
It was 13. Or it
Okay,
happened
cool.
13 years ago.
And
Yeah.
yeah, you
So
said that there were 13 records, but only 9 made it to
13,
publication.
9 made it to publication.
Right.
So 13 has been poking its head out for quite some time.
Mm-hmm.
But now you understand that there are 13, possibly 14, possibly more threads of a story. And they represent each turning of the page, so to speak.
Is Maynard at the table with us? Um,
Yes, he is.
so
Oh, he is.
I,
Yes, you said
I,
he was eating, and it just looked like he was in pain while he was doing it.
Looked like he was
so
painful, and he looks a bit
so
depressed.
Does he
I
know sign
roll.
language?
No,
Okay.
I look at Chris, I look at Maynard, and I say, "You both have questions for each other." And does Maynard say that he has questions?
he's pointing to himself.
Yes. I nod my head. So I take my sword off my back and place it directly in between the two of them, and I say, "Each of you communicate by touching that. It's easy enough."
Touches the sword. And you hear Maynard's thoughts move to you through telepathy through the Wailing Widow. This is a very strange way to talk.
It is, but if it works, maybe it will help.
I see your badge. You're a cop, right?
Yes,
You were there at Mazork Manor.
I was.
So, what do you want from me?
So she pulls out the little piece of the broken record with the title that's unreadable to us, and she just slide it across the table. This song has been playing at very important parts of the last few days for me. And this morning I woke and found these next to my bed, and she slides him the other records. So we know the broken record is Run Rabbit Run.
Yes, it's the second I made.
And what are the others?
This one, and he points to one of the ones and says, "This one is number 9. It is sitting on the dock of the bay. And this one is number 10. and it's called Now and Then.
But I thought only 9 of your songs went to publication.
Yes, these made it to publication.
So it's the 10th of the songs you wrote, but there were earlier ones that did not get published.
Later ones, technically, but yes.
Okay.
Number 10, 11, 12, 13, and my original record did not make it to publication.
What was the original record called?
I don't remember. He is lying.
I was just gonna ask
He
that.
definitely rolled under your passive insight. He is lying and poorly.
Do I call him out in front of a table full of people?
I call him out because I can hear this whole conversation.
Grim, you can call him out. It's your sword. I'll allow it.
Why would you lie to the poor lady?
He takes his hand off the sword and crosses his arms.
I automatically force my voice into his mind, and I say, "If you don't, I will rip out. If you don't continue talking," and this is an intimidation entirely.
Okay, roll intimidation.
I'll kick your ass.
Nat 20.
You're
Nat 20. Okay, so you go into his head and threaten what?
That I'll make sure you can never speak again.
That pretty much scares the daylights out of him, yeah. He looks over at you, and this little dwarven guy's eyes go wide, and he sees that, does Grim really mean it in this moment?
Oh, he doesn't really mean it, but he's not going to let that show.
Okay, so not something Grim would really do.
No, this isn't part of his overall
But Maynard believes it. And
Yeah.
in this moment, you in fact lose rapport with Maynard. But he reaches out and touches a hand to the sword again.
And at that moment, I say, "Thank you. I appreciate that very much."
The record.
we all just see this drama.
Yeah, you
Yeah,
don't hear any of it.
Yeah, but
you
we just
sense,
see that happen.
You sense there's some psychic back and forth happening here.
Yeah, and
And Maynard places a hand on the sword and says, "The first record was just a guitar piece. I made it very early on when I was a young man. I called it Little Wing. It was before I knew anything about the rifts." It's at my house. I can take you there. It's in Brighthold.
Why lie about that? I mean, obviously, like, I can't say that, but
yeah,
Grim says it.
Why lie about that? Maynard says, "It's a very personal thing to me, and it's the last possession of mine that Maybelle has. At least I hope she still has it." He takes his hand off the sword, stands up, and walks away.
Isn't there something about her?
Maybelle is his daughter and is now
She's
the head
nice.
of Magnuson Records and lives with a wife and 2 kids.
In his house.
In his house, correct.
And since he's still within a mile of me, I say, since you have helped me, I will do everything I can to get your voice back.
He just gives a wave back at you like this.
what the fuck did you say to the fucking dwarf, man?
I didn't say anything.
I mean,
Clearly, that's a fucking lie. He looked like he was scared out of his fucking mind for one moment, like you threatened him.
Melisandre says, "Oh, dearie, drama at my table. That's such a shame." Well,
We
Or a
didn't
bunch of
cause drama.
if you've needs of a record player, I do happen to have one. Would you like that?
Yes, I'd
Of
like to hear
course.
this song.
Of course. She goes back into her little alcove and starts rooting through a bunch of stuff and finds a little tiny record player like that, sets it on the table. It's fully that big. Sets it down and says, "You're welcome to. Which record do you put on first?"
I'll play them in order. The ninth first.
Okay.
Is it Sitting on the Dock of the Bay like we know it?
Sitting in the morning sun, I'll be sitting when the evening come, watching the ships roll in, and I'll watch 'em roll away again. Oh, I'm sitting on the dock of the bay, watching the time roll away. I'm just sitting on the dock of the bay, wasting time. And on the record goes.
And this is the first one
This is the
that he made?
ninth. This is the
The
ninth
ninth.
record he made. It's called Sitting on the Dock of the Bay.
Don't click the
So I'll lift it off and sleeve it and put the 10th one on.
Oh, to be young again. Blood, blood is on my hands. Oh, and oh, to be loved again. I'd give you my best laid plan. Oh, and on that record goes. And with that, I will now open Rhapsody Out of Time, which is the name of Maynard Magnuson's album, which will have links to the songs and their lyrics for you to peruse at your leisure.
2 and 9, but not
Uh,
4.
2,
4 is
9,
not
and
bracketed.
10.
Yeah, but 4 is not bracketed, even though it was one of them.
4 is not
One of them.
discovered.
No,
Or
four's-
was Witness?
that was her
Yeah.
number of
Witness's record has not been
segments.
discovered. But
Yeah.
do you play Run Rabbit Run?
So, um, do I have it?
Yes.
I thought, I have a piece, the broken piece.
I'll say
of it.
Obscura has left you as well with Run Rabbit Run.
Okay. Then yes, we'll play it, even though I hate it.
You play it and make a wisdom saving throw for me.
Oh fuck me.
In the records discovered, are you including that one that he was talking about, the just guitar piece?
We have not found that record yet. But that would be
Yeah, but you have like a list of them and then in brackets the ones that we've discovered.
that would be record 0, which as we have discovered, I will put it in here but leave it unbracketed because we have not found it yet.
Yeah, I just wanted to see if that was a
That we know about Little Wing,
Little Wing, correct. We have not found
we
that
don't.
record yet.
but we haven't heard it.
Mhm.
I have 19 plus 1, a dirty 20.
Dirty 20. And what was yeah, it was a wisdom saving throw. So you are the hair on the back of your neck kind of bristles as the song plays, but you are not paralyzed by fear.
Okay, good.
Quake does perk up at this song and walks closer, and you hear him very low start to hum, and you realize why this melody in particular might have been chosen for him. It's a very simple song for a very simple man. And that's why it resonates. Run Rabbit Run doesn't really scream conflict, but it does resonate with Quake. It's a very simple song. And you hear him hum, mm, 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 mm. And he sits there staring blankly at the record until it ends.
And Chris's head whips around, and she says, "Do you know this song?"
I did. Once. It's not important.
It is important.
It's not
Oh, and now
important.
it says a note is inscribed on the record's cover. The ironclad found beneath smog and steam.
Which is Quake.
Wait,
Which you see that now there is a resonance between the second in line in this particular continuant and a hint on where you found him. So other records might do the same.
I, for some
Yeah.
reason, am thinking in my head that we should give the record to him. I'm just saying this out of character entirely. I just for some reason I'm thinking we should give it to him.
would you like to have this?
No.
If you change your mind, I'll I'll have it.
It outlived its usefulness for me.
It still haunts me. Sitting on the dock of the land.
He offers you a hug, Chrysanthemum.
Oh, I get a very steamly hug. She'll take that.
You have maxed out your rapport with Quake. Quake is now able to erase one ailment on any of your bound for free, once per week.
Well,
Any of my bound or any of anyone's
Any of
bound?
your bound specifically.
Mine specifically. All right.
But the bound that you currently have a status ailment on, you might be able to fix yourself. So I think we've about ironed out all we can iron out on the little mysteries that I had set out, which, great job, by the way, everybody.
I feel like I'm still missing stuff, but yeah,
What questions can I help
it's
you
okay.
to answer?
I don't know what to ask. that's
It's great.
that's why I'm like, I
It's a good
don't know
point.
what
It's a good point.
do I to
It's good.
ask
It's
for,
it's
you
good.
know?
It's good to know what we don't know.
Yeah,
It
I
is
don't know
good.
what I don't know what I don't know
Um,
sometimes.
so that oh, I didn't even have Magnuson as the person I wanted to talk to.
So we found both Witness and Latchkey in the sewers of Lofthaven.
Of Coute
Or
Rouge.
no. Of Coute Rouge, my bad, yeah.
That is
Mhm.
correct. In the necropolis beneath Northward.
A necropolis.
That is correct. A city built upon the dead.
Yep.
And Latchkey is a drow, like a drow child.
Witness is a drow. Latchkey is a human.
Oh, Witness is a drow. Well, we already know where the other record is for her.
We should probably figure out what are the bound that we have with us where they want to go.
Yeah.
We have 3 of the records with us,
Correct.
and we know of a 4th.
Correct.
Um, yeah, because I had things I wanted to talk to Thorn about, but he's not here. But I do need to see if I can unshake Riley a little bit. So is he just he's at the table with us.
Yeah, breakfast is finished, I'll say. Riley and Tealson have found their own corner and are sort of having a quiet conversation to themselves. Um, Riley has disassembled his shotgun and is doing some field strip cleaning. And Tealson is just sitting by, kind of a little more idle. He's a little more okay being idle, and they're just having a quiet conversation amongst themselves.
And so Chris has a better relationship with Tealson, right? Would you say a
Yes,
closer? Okay. Um,
Riley is sort of fresh blood in the martial circle. He's not been doing this for very long. He's just been
right.
doing this in the years post Exterminata, which means that you can
So like
probably make
4
an
or 5
educated
years.
guess. Yeah, about 4 or 5 years. You can probably make an educated guess what he was doing during the Exterminata, which side he fought for.
Exterminata in.
Yeah,
All right. So Chris is just gonna go pour 2 cups of coffee and walk over and offer one to Riley and ask Tealson if they can have a few minutes.
sure. Yeah, take as long as you need. Need anything, Marshall?
Who's cleaning the gun?
Riley is.
Riley.
Okay, I'll see you when you're ready to move out. Don't be a stranger. And he goes and starts talking to like fucking Elenion or somebody. Chats up a conversation with him in full Urkish, and you are left with Riley. What do you
Okay.
want?
And I just wanted to make sure you were okay. Um, I know there's a lot going on right now that you have to be feeling a couple ways about.
I'm fine.
I I don't 100% believe that.
What do you want me to do? Want me to sing? Want me to tap dance? I'm not that guy.
I know you're not. I know you're not. And I know that you spent a good part of your life being unlawful, and now you are have changed it around to being lawful, and that can't be an easy thing to do.
Make a
And I just kind of
make a persuasion
plop
check.
down next to him with the coffee. Persuasion. Ay, ay, ay.
And because you kind of hit the nail on the head, I'll give you advantage on that.
Ooh. Ooh. 17. I got a nothing for persuasion plus.
It's not been easy, no. I was lied to for a lot of years. By Vlad, by Yazo. They turned me into a weapon. Do you know what they call me on the steppe? They call me Urera. You know what that means? It means the man you send to burn things. The Burning Man. But it means something else. It means something else now. It means the man who must be burned. And they still call me that today. So
Fletcher
him,
is tightening his grip under the table.
and he points with the handle of a shotgun. He's holding the barrels. He's just assembled it back together. He's pointing with the handle of the shotgun to Lucius. But him, he took that away. He wasn't the only person who had a bone to pick. And we were going to do things our way. In the court of law. Hanged at dawn. We swore an oath, you and me. He doesn't remember it. He points off to Tealson. He doesn't remember it. But I do. You do.
I do. And I know that we swore to do things the right way, but in the absence of being able to wait for the right way, we swore to do things.
What does that mean? Do things. Do anything? That's how people die. When we rush to
Vlad
judgment.
Draven, Vlad Draven is how people die.
Yes,
And
he deserved to die. But think of the
and he
precedent we
did.
set. Think of it. We helped him. Don't you get that? We helped him. Whether or not they admit it, that was state sanctioned killing. We started that. And believe me, I speak from experience when I say it starts small like that. Of course, he deserved it. And then the next guy, well, he deserved it too. And the next guy, and the next guy, and the next guy. And not long after, you're burning down fucking orphanages.
Leaving people without father figures. Mothers.
Be careful. I mean it.
Is he talking to me or
Yes, he's talking to you.
Chris?
Be careful. I'm not a bad man anymore. But believe me, that bad guy is still in here somewhere. Don't go looking for him. Look,
Butcher just sort of is composing himself.
look, I know what
Just
side
breathing.
you fought for, okay? It doesn't take 2 and 2 to figure it out. You were in that tank crew, weren't you? The big bad one?
You be quiet about the tank.
Well, you fucking opened the can of worms, didn't you?
It was a comment to myself.
How many innocents did you kill? Hmm? Do you know? Do you have an exact figure? Or did you just steamroll through every camp? Not every person in the steppe wore the F like I did.
You don't think I know that?
Where's your repentance? Where are your burns?
I lost enough limbs as it is it not? It doesn't look the same.
Yeah, but you won medals. You win a medal, Coalition man.
They
Congratulations.
don't mean anything to me.
They mean
I
even
didn't
less
care
if
about
you
medals.
didn't get one. All I got was a fucking court martial. You get that? You were the good guys because you won. Imagine what would have happened if they won. Nothing would have changed. Just be flying a different flag. Look, Chris. What do you want from me? An apology?
No, not at all. I want us all to realize that we're playing for the same team right now. We're we're working for the same goals. And I don't I hope it doesn't matter that someone got killed that you wanted to take. Someone got killed in a way that you didn't think it should happen. It needed to happen. But now, I don't know if it would be any different if we court martialed him and hanged him at dawn versus the way that he was taken out. Would the upshot, would the end result have been any different? I don't know.
I don't know either.
If I
But
may,
I know
I
it
don't
can't
mean
be easy for you?
I don't mean to overstep, but obviously you can look at me. I definitely have felt the effects of both sides of the exterminata. But after that, it was still, even after being saved, it was still mostly based on survival. And systems and rules work for a limited amount of time, but sometimes there's going to be chaos thrown into it. Sometimes there's going to be people who aren't in charge that have to make the decision. When I'm with my brothers, they're the ones that do all the thinking and I just follow what they do. But there have been times where I've had to make the decisions because it was just too chaotic. And that's what we're dealing with. You can't apply a rule to something that's chaotic and out of control. And so, unfortunately, things are going to happen, and you're going to have to roll with the punches. And I'm not saying this because I have anything against you. You seem like a reformed man and a good man. And quite frankly, I'm not afraid of fire. So, I hope that as much as two things can be true, that maybe he shouldn't have been killed that way and maybe it wouldn't have changed the circumstances, that you can find peace or just know how to deal with something on the fly, whether it was written in stone or not.
I guess I could be better about that. I'd like Fletcher, Chrysanthemum, and Bonnie to all roll persuasion checks. I'm going to take the average of all three. You must beat a DC 12.
No. 13.
I got 11.
13,
I got a
11,
14.
14 divided by 3. 12.6. Well done. You guys
Yeah.
meet and beat a 12. Riley is no longer shaken.
Yay.
Riley goes, snaps his shotgun up, which is now fully assembled, stands up, holsters it in his thigh, and walks directly over to Lucius. And doesn't even look you in the eyes, but gets about probably an inch from your ear and says to you, I don't have to like what you did. We don't have to be friends. But we have to work together. As near as I can see, Vlad Draven made an attempt on your life. And what you did was within the bounds of the law. Don't give me any reason to second guess that decision. You got it?
Don't make me second guess
Yeah.
that you're reformed either, and we'll work along just fine.
Shut the fuck up, Coalition man.
No! You shut the fuck up!
Well,
His arm is steaming up slightly, but he sits down again.
I'm gonna
I'm
turn
not
to
having this right now!
Riley.
I'm right here, man.
What you looking for?
I don't know. I was debating on whether I wanted to drink or not.
I'm right here.
Are you a friend or are you an enemy to us? Yes
I'm
or no?
standing right here. I'm on your
Now then,
team.
there's my question. Okay.
I'm on your team. You want the same people dead that I do. Except I want them in jail. You know, the way it should be. The way that fucking animals don't do it.
Yeah, because genocide on a massive scale was sure lawful, but...
I made my peace. I know what I did was wrong.
So don't fuck with me about mine.
I know
And
what I
we will
did
be
was
fine.
wrong. I can admit that. So let me hear you say that you don't know.
Don't know about what? I'm talking outside of game.
Let me hear that you don't know how many innocent people you killed.
No, I don't. I tried my best to see who was I followed orders like you.
Now, can't you see that I did the same? That I thought what I was doing was right? That we were both being fucking lied to? For better or for worse? I know we fought on different sides of the war. I know we had different objectives. I know we killed different people. But if you draw that gun, I'm going to put a buckshot through your chest, and that's just the way of it. I don't want
Guns on
that to
my other
happen.
side.
I don't want you to have that happen. So let's just keep this civil. You and me, there's no reason we can't get along. Me and him, he points at Lucius. Me and him, fuck it, there's no reason we can't all get along. Right? I don't have to be friends with you. But the way I see it, we have to travel in the same circles occasionally, so let's keep things civil while we are. Alright, Coalition Man?
Here, hands you. Fletcher hands him a vial of a gun cleaning solvent.
What is this? Takes it from you.
It's called ballistal. You have too many stains of gunpowder on there. It's caking on. I looked at it while you were cleaning it. This is sure better than what you were using.
Sticks it in his vest pocket. Appreciate that. He extends a hand to you. We good?
He hesitates as he initially goes for the metal hand, but brings out his human one and shakes with that. Fine.
You and me, Grandpa? Turns to Lucius. We good?
Yeah, we're good.
Offers you a handshake as well.
And I just give him a firm handshake.
Good. He turns to Chrysanthemum and does this. See? We all made up. Water under the bridge. And he walks away.
And she just hands him the coffee as he goes.
Snatches it out of your hand. There we go. Riley Gleason is no longer shaken.
Chris is just gonna
Bonnie's
look at Bonnie and go, boys, right?
Bonnie's also gonna look at Marisanda and say, "So much for no drama being at the table."
Well, at least they stood up and walked away. That's all I can ask, really. At least while you sit here at the table, you're eating, you know what I mean? It's just breaking bread, all that. Can't have it all, can you?
And the food was delicious, by the way.
Oh, thank you so much, my sweetness. I appreciate that. I really do. Me old Nan's recipe, can't go wrong. Portion sizes are a little big, granted, but hey, waste not, want not. She turns and just starts scooping the rest of the stuff. Puts in little Tupperwares for you guys.
He's
All right.
making us a lunch to go.
Yeah, lunch to go. Okay, so that's what we could fix so far. Maynard Magnuson is still injured. Is there anything we want to do about that?
Is there anything we can do about that?
Take him
Is
to a
he
doctor.
injured in his limbs?
He is not. He's injured in his throat.
Okay, right. That's the throat. That's the throat one. I got it.
I mean, Mary is like a good, like she's got a lot of potions, right? I don't know if anything.
If you could
him
persuade
with
him to stay in the sanctum, it may prove beneficial, but that's something you'd have to ask Melisandre for.
Who, persuade Magnus?
You'd have to persuade Melisandre to provide medical aid to Magnuson, which is time and resources, which, you know, she might not be not open to, but it's something you'd have to, you know, talk with her about and perhaps negotiate some sort of pricing.
I look at Melisandre. I ask her, because of the promise I made Magnuson in his head. I look at Melisandre and I ask her, I promised that man that I might be able to get him his voice back. Is there a way that you might be able to help me with that? I promise I can help return the favor if you can.
Well, darling, I'm many things, but a miracle worker, I'm afraid, it's just not one of them. I can see what I can do for alleviating his pain, but I might not be able to bring his voice back quite that easily.
I mean, I brought morphine.
I've got stronger things than morphine there, kitten. I appreciate that, though.
What could I do to assist you in order to help for this process to go along?
Bring him on over here. Let me have a look.
would he? Can I speak? Can he hear this conversation? Well,
Yeah,
because you
Magnus.
said he walked off.
Marisandra's not quiet. Magnuson can hear this conversation. Yeah.
Okay.
Magnuson is sort of hesitant and points at you and points at her.
I ask Melisandre if she can like step on my sword while he touches it, I guess.
Can I step on your sword?
Oh, it's a weird wibbly wobbly mindy windy thing. It'll help you talk to each other.
I'm gonna find a non sexualized way to take that. I think you're talking about a metal sword, right? And not your wibbly wobbly little. She points at your pants. Not
And at this moment I'm holding my sword right
that
now. I'm
little one.
like, I'm not holding
Oh,
my
your
no.
your sword. I
Yeah.
understand. Yeah, I don't need to step on it. Just here. She takes her giant finger out and touches the pommel. Will that do?
Honest.
And
And
then
then
Maynard
yeah.
walks over and touches it as well. I would really appreciate it if you'd stop waving your sword about the place, he says kind of flatly.
Turns it into a halberd.
I've read stories where they use halberd as a sort of, I don't know, pejorative.
What is the other one? I think it's a great axe. Turns it into a great axe.
Great axe. Compensating for something, are we?
Uh, and then he just sighs in his own head and he just says, I just walked into that one,
I've
didn't I?
got loads of these parts. Sorry about that. Miss Big Lady, do you think you could do something about my... And she goes, oh, I think I could do something for your... Come up here, my pet. She takes her finger off the sword and very gingerly kind of cups the underside of his arms here and sort of just picks him up and carts him over to the table and sets him down. And she's gonna make a very strong medicine check. Let me go find her stat block. She adds... Wow. Huh. A 12 plus 12 for a 24. Marisandra goes, not much I can do for the vocal cords, I'm afraid, but I can. I can paralyze them, whatever's left, which may alleviate your pain somewhat, and I can give you a mild sedative that would relax everything. It'll keep you relatively clear of mind, but would alleviate your pain a bit. And Maynard goes, and she says, all right. And Marisandra will work on Maynard Magnuson. To put this clearly, Magnuson must stay there for 1d4 plus 1 days. I'll go ahead and roll that now. That is a 2, so he must stay there for 3 days to fully regain, recover from injured. His vocal cords will not be fixed, but he will be recovered. Okay. I think that is all the business we had set in the Sanctum Sanctora. Is there any last minute stuff we want to take care of before we move to world travel?
Well, we need to find out what the so we know that Maynard Magnuson's gonna stay here, but what about the other characters? Are the other bound? Are they gonna come with us? Or...
Riley and Tealson are inform you that as soon as you guys make it to wherever you're going, which sounds like Adalia, they will probably be hopping the nearest train and getting to Brighthold. Because they need to inform the Empress that Lufthaven has entered enemy hands.
And we still got to deal with a Quake, who we're going to put him on. I don't know if we figured that out yet.
There's still the question of Quake before we enter world travel.
Who else was shaken? Because it sounds like this guy won't be injured anymore. And Riley isn't shaken.
So let me put that. Let me clear that up for you. Maynard must stay here for 3 days. The week ends tomorrow, meaning that he will roll if he's on the. Let me remember if he's on the monthly or on the weekly checks. He is on the monthly checks, so he will recover from injured by the time the monthly check comes around. So, good call. Yes. So Maynard Magnuson and Riley are both fixed. The other two who were put onto Shaken are Alistair Cross and Gerald Littlebritches Franks.
And we're going to Gerald's.
We're going to Adalia, if I'm not
Yeah, where
mistaken.
he is.
Yeah.
I
So
still think it's a
we
good
put it on
idea.
Alistair since we're leaving. We're leaving him.
You're welcome to put on an Alistair.
I'm
What's
just
the?
I'm just between either Alistair or the guy that we're about to see, Gerald, because again, I think that
And it can
if there
always
is a
change. It can always change. If you put Quake on Cross, but you get to Gerald and you say, "Oh, he's under a more specific or better kind of threat. Let's change it up." You can switch it right away.
would he be able to basically
Like
teleport there, or
Yeah. Again,
Okay.
as I said, continuants are not under constraints of movement. They can move freely.
Okay.
Like we are going to Gerald, so we'll
Unless
see
I've
what his problem
misunderstood your
is.
plan. That's what it sounds like you guys are doing.
Is
'Cause
everyone cool with that?
Yeah, that's
because
fine.
I'm thinking like mid combat we wouldn't be able to change the bound. So
That's true. Yeah, mid combat it'd be tough to change.
because I'm trying to think like if we put on Gerald or whatever, then he would be there, and we can meet him there, and if everything's all hunky dory, then we can send him back to Alistair. But if it's not, then he can help us in the fight if there is one.
Yeah, that's a good pick.
That's just the thing that I was thinking earlier.
All sound good. So it sounds like we're all unanimously agreed to send him to Alistair.
I think.
Great. Lucius, would you like to phrase a request to Quake to go protect Alistair?
Um, like, how do I know Alistair's shaken? Do I just like feel that he's like shaken,
I'd say you feel a
or
disturbance.
it's like a gut feeling, disturbance?
Yeah, gut
In
feeling.
the forest.
It's like
Yeah.
I feel a disturbance in the
I'll just
forest.
ask.
Ah, yeah, you got it.
Yeah.
You got it. It's this fucking
Yep.
guy.
Okay.
I got a weird feeling back in Coot Rouge. Could you check on Alistair? I think he's not feeling well, feeling uneasy.
Okay.
Could you just check on him and watch over?
The historian, right? The human guy.
Yeah, the little historian guy.
He's abound.
Yes.
Bad at chess.
What's his force of good? Is he like keeping books on
I'm
stuff?
gonna
or-
shrug. I'm like, he's kind of smart. He knows a lot of history.
Yeah, all right. I'll keep an eye on him, I guess. Do you need anything else?
Thank you. No, we
You-
might call
you
you back, but
ghost. Ghost shenanigans. Can you like drop a thing on his head? Because that'd be funny.
You want me to drop an anvil on his head? What?
Like anything. I've said anything. You know, like
Like an anvil?
if you keep wanting
No.
to do anvils, that's probably not a good idea.
Oh,
Humans
okay.
can't really withstand the weight of that.
that
on
should come
their-
up even more.
Their noggin.
What,
So-
like a water bucket on a precariously ajar doorway or something?
That would also work.
All right, yeah, I could do that.
What
Sounds
if-
fun.
Just make sure he's not dead. Then I'm fine.
Oh, then pour water on him.
Okay.
All
Yeah,
right,
don't hurt
yeah,
him with
cool.
physical violence,
Oh,
please.
great. No, you got it. Get right on that. Yep,
Yeah.
getting right on that.
And then he just turns away. Great. So that's set. Do we have anything else we want to do?
I don't know.
Great.
I
I
don't know
will put
where
in
to
the
go
risk
next. Nope.
tables that he is protected by. Okay. Alistair Cross is protected by Quake. Okay. Anything else? Where do
Can
we
I just
feel that-
ask Marisande something real quick?
Yeah, go ahead.
Miss Marisande, I know that you said you ain't a miracle worker, but you seem to know a lot about medicine and illnesses. would you consider curing leprosy a miracle?
Oh, my darling. Nothing short of yes. Leprosy is, as I'm sure you're quite aware, a very powerful bacterial infection of the skin. I can I can give him salves if this is a person you know. Um, but no, it's a very difficult thing to cure outright.
But not impossible.
I wouldn't go so far as to say impossible. No. Um, I mean, impossible is a very big word, granted. Why do you ask?
One of my brothers has it, and he's been
Oh, dearie.
deteriorating pretty bad.
I'm so
And we
sorry to
sent
hear
him,
that.
I forgot where we sent him and
Kaela.
what we, Hyela, for like what, some kind of like fountain of youth
Yes,
thing
the
where,
wells of healing beneath Althana.
for now, I sent him to somewhere, I was told it was a fantasy, but I heard that maybe under the mountains of Kaela there's a fountain that might help him.
I've heard similar tales. Aye, the Deep King's got many treasures.
Do you know exactly, do you know anything more about this,
Oh
you know,
boy.
the water?
I'm sorry, me pet. I've only been to the Grey Hills once. Um, and even then I had to cut through Carnesian territory. I've still got the scars to prove it. Not very welcoming of giant kind. But I do know that it would be beneath Althana, and there are tunnels in Kaela, presumably, which tunnel beneath Althana. It could be done. Of course, there would
Mm.
be perhaps debatably an easier way to speak with the Deep King himself. He's a man not unamenable to reason. But I've never met the fellow, so who's to say?
I'll keep that in mind.
You do, my pet. If you need any more guidance, you know where to find me.
Of course.
Be good. She turns
Not
and
too
goes.
good, though.
She turns and goes back to investigating the deal with Maynard.
Can I speak to Elenion telepathically?
Sure.
I just ask, Great Forger, is there anything you need from the outside world that I can provide?
It is interesting you ask me, Star Child. My tools, they are beneath Milva Anora, buried with my corpse. If you find them, bring them back.
I just nod my head.
Takes his hand off the halberd and just goes back to sort of staring at nothing. Okay, we ready to go to Overworld?
Okay.
Awesome. I'm gonna get us set up
I want
in.
to talk to Rue at some point, but I don't think I have anything valuable enough to trade her for the information I want.
Set us up in the right view. Awesome. I'm the fucking best. Okay, so we are here on the map. Let me get my travel tables out, and we can do a little bit of.
Oh,
I'm a little.
see it now. Right there next to Bonnie, which
Yep.
I assume is stacked on all of us.
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and delete you off the map, Chris. There you go. Today you can move. Let me go ahead and roll for our weather table. Actually, Bonnie, who is driving? Let me ask that. It's not going to take any skill checks. It's just going to take a bunch of dice rolls.
I'll drive.
Lucius, go ahead. Roll me a d10, please, Bubba.
D10. Four.
Okay. 5 minutes are added to the current hex time as cicadas bloom. The deafening screeches of cicadas come alive in the in the summer heat. So yes, 5 minutes are added to the hex time, meaning that each hex is 20 minutes. Let's go ahead and do this. 12 times 60 divided by 25. You guys can move up to 28 hexes today, meaning you guys can well get to Adalia. Go ahead and move yourself to Adalia. And Lucius, go ahead and roll me 1d100.
64.
64. Current escalation in Central Vrent is... Oh, I'm sorry, that should be 2. Coastal Vrent is at a 4. Current escalation is 2, so you guys have safe travel. Go ahead and roll me 1d4.
1.
Okay, roll a d6.
6.
Okay. You find a small cache of manufactured machining components. I'll have whichever party member would like to volunteer themselves make an investigation check. So whoever has the highest investigation bonus.
I have +4 to investigation.
I have +6.
All right, Fletcher, go ahead and make it. And Fletcher, you can do so with advantage because these are machining components.
Well, 15 was the advantage roll.
15, you do not find it. So you may add 10
Oh, wait.
gold to your total inventory.
Plus 6.
Oh, then you do
So
find it. You find a small prototype, which is a little, I'll say like a Swiss Army knife. It's the very first of its kind. It's a little thing that opens up into a bunch of different tools. It actually looks pretty neat. It's a valuable little prototype. So it took the gold from 10 to 110. The total wealth of the party is now 110. You can add that to the party wealth, or you can just pocket it, or we can disperse it amongst the party, however you like.
Just give it to the party.
Okay, how many people? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 110 divided by 6. Everyone gets 18, and then there's one remainder.
Cool.
Everybody gets 18 gold, and then there's one more flex piece if anyone wants to take that.
Emmett, you take it.
I was gonna say you should take it because you found it.
I have a lot more money than you guys.
Yeah, Fletcher
Take it,
got
I have
the
a little bit of gold.
Fletcher got the check from the South Street Union, so he's pretty flush.
Yeah, I'm pretty flush. That's why I'm like, Emmett, take it, just or someone else. Take
Okay,
it.
I'll take.
I don't fucking.
I mean, if someone wants
yeah,
to call
yeah.
it.
Fletcher literally asked who is more broke in the party to give this coin to.
I got 4 gold.
Total even if. Okay, fine. I throw it to Grim.
All right.
Like,
So you guys roll into Adalia. I'm going to go ahead and get us back into the roleplay view, and we're going to take a brief 5 as we all get ready for Adalia. Great job, everybody. Go Team Go.
Add cool gold and stuff. Okay.
Oh, I have more gold than we thought I did.
Where'd you go? Everyone's muting. I'll mute too. I'll be cool. And that's why Josh is really gay.
Fuck!
Yeah, sorry, Josh. Anyway, you're back, so it's fine.
Yeah, I'm back. I am. I am back.
I'll be back, and I am back.
I am gay.
I am the gaynitator.
He must be gayninated.
My best man in the wedding right here.
So we're missing MJ.
No, I'm here.
Oh shit, we're back! We're so fucking back!
No, I didn't realize you were waiting on me. I've been here.
We're so fucking back. Alright, let's do it.
Yeah.
So you guys roll up to Adalia. Adalia is a pretty big farming village. Not the biggest. Emerson is the biggest, but where Emerson makes like cash crops like tobacco, less so than like feeding crops like a sort of corn, wheat, etc. Um, Adalia is very food focused, so you see a lot of huge. It's a city built on rings, circular sort of concrete half walls around the actual farming plots. But it's a pretty seedy little rural town. You guys have now made it into rural Vrent, which is the most stable out of pretty much all rent regions, and it's a pretty quiet life here. Um, but it's not long before you find Adalia Shipping and Salvage, which is abbreviated into an acronym ASS, printed on a big sign above the town, and it says owned and proprieted by Gerald Franks.
Do any of us know who that is?
Yes, Aram would inform you that this is one of his bound. Nicole will not be joining us, but Aram will inform you that this is one of his bound. He is a fence, an illicit fence, who takes liquid goods and sort of makes them spendable money, while also having a big, wide criminal connection across Eain. This is a guy who's kind of got his fingers in every pie.
Okay. So, what is the ass again?
Adalia Shipping and Salvage.
Uh,
Do we see anybody coming or going?
No. You see one man at the front who is sitting and whittling a small little, looks like some soft wood. He's like carving into a little wooden tchotchke. He's got a low slung hat, a mustache, and Bonnie, make me an intelligence check, if you'd please. Do so with advantage.
Say the name again.
Of this guy, you don't know it.
Oh, I thought it was the guy you just talked about.
No, this person on the porch, you might know him if Bonnie succeeds this check. You're muted, Queen.
It's a 14.
Is a 14. High enough to recognize this dude's face. He's on wanted posters. This guy's name is Johnny Dandy.
Oh, Johnny Dandy.
What's he wanted for?
He is wanted for killing a bunch of Halbergs. Not quite a black name, but close. Most of the time,
I'm a Albert.
most of the time, if you kill a shitload of Halbergs, or a shitload of contractors, you'll get black named. This guy is teetering on the edge of becoming a black name.
But I'm a Halbert.
You are.
Uh-oh.
Are there any Halbert? Do we know if there's any Halbert like offices in Adalia?
Make a history check.
1 second. I need to look at my history. 16.
No clue. Might be.
Okay.
Don't know one way or the
So
other.
is he
Nice.
in like one of the clans or whatever?
He is a solo.
Oh, okay.
On a 14, you know that Johnny Dandy is a mastery of all things thrown, so he can pretty much make a weapon out of damn near anything. As long as he can pick it up and throw it, it's a weapon. Sort of like a bullseye type character, where pretty much anything he throws can be thrown with lethal precision.
Hmm.
Sort
Yeah.
of anachronistically, there is a giant sort of revolver tucked into his side that looks like it's got cobwebs on it from having never been pulled out of its holster. But he's sitting there nonetheless, whistling to himself, kind of carving what looks now to be a little like toy duck out of a little piece of softwood. But he just maybe looks to be hired muscle.
Hmm. Someone want to go talk to him?
I don't. He'll kill me. I'm a halberd.
Okay, not you then, MJ. Someone else.
I mean, like, is it obvious you're a Halberg?
I wear very thick armor.
It's
I see.
a lot of people wear thick armor, but a big show off of hey, I'm a halberd is heavy metal armor. So Bonnie might be the best persuasion wise to go chit chat with this guy, especially because you know him. His reputation does precede him.
Yeah.
I have a high charisma character. Okay. Yeah, I'll go up to him.
Yeah, Vicky. Yeah, Vicky.
Like, hey, I know you.
Sorry, do I know you?
Oh, I'm not as famous as you are. I do other stuff.
I see my reputation precedes me. To what do I owe the pleasure, little lady?
My name is Bonnabelle Oakley.
Johnny Dandy, pleased to make your acquaintance. Gives a big firm handshake. So, coming or going?
We just came into to town right now. We don't really know what we're doing around here.
Fancy yourself a little dirty money?
I'm always around for money.
Head on in and speak with Mr. Franks. He'll be happy to help you out.
Oh, he's around?
Mm-hmm. Always in. If you see me out here out front, trust me, he's in there.
Oh, so you're his?
I'm nobody's honey. He just keeps me on the payroll, that's all.
So he's the one paying the most right now.
He's the one paying most damn near anywhere.
He's got that much.
Huh. Well, he don't have that much, but he's got that much. You understand what I'm saying?
She's gonna like look like a little like doe-eyed.
Make a persuasion check. We can call it performance, actually.
Oh.
Nah.
Oh wait, no, that's a nat 20. I forgot. I mixed
Amazing.
them up.
You learn a little bit about Johnny Dandy in so doing. As you're sort of having this conversation with him, you remember a bit of the stories that you heard about this guy. A couple, maybe like 20 years ago, prior to the shift, prior to the Exterminata, the Halbergs were a criminal faction. They were like a bunch of road bandits. And they took over Ruth. Like, took over the town. And Johnny Dandy walked in there and, in the space of about an hour, killed a couple hundred of them. And just kind of left a bunch of heaped of their bodies outside town in a big fire. And essentially liberated the town from these Hobergs, a crime that he is still to this day wanted for, but since the Hobergs were not yet a formed organization, there's no way he could be black-named for it. So it was a pretty justified killing of a shitload of Halbergs, and it doesn't mean that he necessarily has a bunch of bad blood with them, but Johnny Dandy is a pretty infamous solo, regardless. But as you give this doe-eyed performance, he goes, "Come here, honey." He doesn't have that much on paper. You understand me? Liquid assets, so on and so forth. But in stocks, but in, property and managerial assets, man's loaded. If he needed to make a liquid, he could, but he prefers to grease the right hands with the right set of tools. You understand what I'm saying?
So he can give you those tools and all that stuff to make your little weapons. I'm sure that duck has a mighty sharp beak on it.
I don't need no weapons, honey. He throws his knife, and it bounces off one post, bounces off the second, and comes back to his hand in like this perfectly aimed ricochet.
Well, if you don't need weapons, then what is he giving you?
What else makes the world go round? Starts with a G, ends with an old. Thank
You
God.
just,
Thank God
but
you're
you just said
pretty.
but you just said he didn't have like paper money like that.
Well, he's got enough, you know. I'm just staff, honey. My wages, I like to stay in the black a little bit, but I'm not asking for a whole lot these days. Tired old fighter like myself, you can't beg for too much.
A titled fighter like you that has moves like that could probably ask for a little bit more.
These old bones are tired, sweetie. My best days are long behind me. I still got a good eye, and I'm planning to put it to use for just as long as it puts food on the table. You understand?
Oh, I understand.
We got some friends in that carriage of yours.
Yeah, just a few of them.
Bring them on in, more the merrier.
I'll introduce them all to you.
Hey, howdy. Good to meet you. Hey, how's it going? Doesn't seem to be much interested in the fact that either Lucius or Grim, even if your Hoburg badges are not on display, doesn't seem to have much care of the fact that you guys are in that coalition. It seems like
I mean,
his grievances are kind of long behind him. But please, go on in. Make yourself known to the man, and I'm sure he'll do business with you.
They got any gambling in there?
No, I'm afraid. If you want to head down to the gambling, I best suggest you go down to the parlor house.
Don't gamble it all away, please.
And as do you guys go into the shipping and salvage yard?
I mean, that's what we came here for, right? To talk to.
Great, yeah. Johnny will open the doors for you, and as you guys walk in, he will stand at the back of the store, sort of just keeping an eye on you guys. But he's not making any moves or throwing anything just yet. But he will just keep an eye on you. Sitting at the desk is a runty little halfling guy, about probably 3.5 feet tall. Um, the first thing you notice about him is that this dude looks fucking sleazy. You can tell right away that this dude is grimy. He's got big long sideburns. He's got this sort of slicked back, nasty little pompadour thing. Um, every single one of his teeth is gnarled and yellowy. He's got a couple gold ones. Um, and his fingernails have got thick lines of dirt under them. Um, he is in a pretty dark little cramped. It almost looks like a bait and tackle store. So there are sort of these
Okay.
boxes, aisles of boxes that you can look through, machining parts or whatever you like in this salvage yard, quote unquote. But he's the main attraction. It's set up so that he is the first thing you see when you walk in. Um, the rest of this stuff is sort of tat, but him, that's the main attraction. He's sitting there with a big ledger in front of him. He's got a sack full of coins, and he is moving a couple of them at a time as he's writing down in this ledger um, to different sort of piles that he's accumulated. Looks to be about 4 or 5 piles on the desk. But this is Gerald Franks. He's a halfling.
Do I see anything in the piles of junk that is treasure for me?
Yeah, make
Like-
an investigation check. I'll call it.
Investigation. 18.
It's a marvel how little of this stuff is worth anything. This looks to be like spare parts for tractors and shit. Like very little of it. You would have to A, be a farmer, and B, have a farming equipment to come here and find anything worth buying. Um, it doesn't look like a lot of this stuff has moved in centuries. It's rusty, it's torn to shit. This is clearly, you are so out of town, it's not even funny. You and Lucius are in the same ballpark. You're from the Underdark, he's from a different time. You guys have both zero concept of this world. You know immediately, without second hesitation, this guy's criminal. He has to be. How else is he keeping the lights on? Nobody here is buying any of this garbage.
With that knowledge, I want to ask him something along the lines of, there's nothing here I need. Is there anything more suitable to my, and for an adventure? No, I can't say adventure because that's not allowed in this society.
You could
For
say adventure. Guy's a criminal.
Okay, for an adventure
Are
that
Can I
you
just say that
are
can I
you
just say maybe before just retcon a little when I maybe got them from the carriage, I might have briefed them slightly
on?
on kind of what I gleaned from Johnny Dandy about this man, kind of.
Oh, that he's a little bit of a dirty customer?
Yeah.
Yeah. You could brief him on that. Does that change your
Okay.
response any, Grim?
what is a define dirty customer? Because I'm oblivious.
It looks to be on Bonnie's brief inventory that Gerald Britches might have his hands in a lot of different pots around Eain, and his money might not be the cleanest. Meaning that he might, be a sort of financial through point for a lot of these people.
Okay. But
Um,
wait, I thought we were talking to just the guy at the front. He's not Gerald?
This is Gerald, the guy in the
Oh,
shop.
I thought he was. I'm okay.
Yeah, the guy
The
in
guy
the shop in
outside is
Gerald.
Johnny Dandy.
The outside is Johnny Dandy, who's his hired sort of bodyguard.
Yeah.
I don't see why I can't ask him if he's got something under the table.
It didn't
Look,
seem like a bad question the way it was phrased. Can you ask it again?
do you have anything behind the piles that I might be interested in?
Sorry, pal. Come a little closer.
What for?
Because I can't look at you. The candle's over here, you're over there. Come on, bring it in. He picks up his little spectacles and puts them on the end of his nose and goes, "Get a look at yous. You a big old boy, ain't you?"
I ain't much to look at.
That's all right, pal. Alrighty, so what are you looking for? Come on, spit it out. I ain't got all day.
I'm looking for mechanical components. I'm thinking of along the lines of I want to get the guy's voice back. So I'm this is out of game. So I'm trying to. No.
So what are you looking for? Like medical equipment or something?
No. This is out of game. This is not.
Yeah, that was me out of game. What are you looking for?
Oh, I'm looking for. I was hoping that I don't exactly know what they have in this world.
Ah, here, let me pull this out. This is a voice box. Put this in his throat. What are you looking for?
I mean, basically, do they have voice boxes in this
I
world?
think the problem you're trying to solve maybe can't be solved here.
Okay, that's perfect.
Yeah.
Then
this doesn't look like the guy who can help you with that.
Then I say weapons.
Weapons? I got weapons all day, pal. Allegedly. What sort of thing is he looking for?
It's a very important word in the South Street Union as well.
You're damn right, pally. You, big man, what you looking for?
I'm looking for something that I can incapacitate somebody.
Well, no shit, Chief. That's what a weapon is. You got anything more specific? What, you want it sharp, too? Come on.
I got caltrops. You got anything better?
You got caltrops. Well, Chief,
Yeah.
bully for you.
I'm looking for something better.
I tell you what, I maybe got something a little bit better than some caltrops, if you're looking for something like that. He reaches under and pulls out a shrapnel bomb. Now, yous didn't see this from me, did you?
I say I've got one of those, and then I pull out the giant, the
You pull out the powder keg?
Yeah,
He goes, that's something here, Bubby. Put that down on the table here for me.
I do it.
He licks his fingers and puts out the candle and pulls the string on an electric light bulb that comes up overhead. My God. Steps up onto the table, and he's about as tall as the powder keg is. Where'd you get this from?
You don't seem like the type to want to ask those questions.
Well, believe me, Bubby, in my line of work, questions like these are what keeps the lights on. What, did it fall
I got
off,
it from
did
an
it fall off the
organization
back of a carriage?
It fell off the back of a carriage.
I understand. In your line of work, maybe that's the best answer you could give. Okay. So what are we looking at here? He starts tapping it with a little hammer and pulls the lid off a little bit, looks under and goes, good stuff. Nitroglycerin. Oh, potassium. Magnesium. That's good stuff. That'll set a fucking city block off. How much are you looking for? You looking to offload?
What is that? Okay, so out of game. What are we looking for from him?
He's bound. Apparently, he's been shaken by unknown circumstances. But looking at this guy doesn't appear that shaken.
No, it doesn't.
Well, he's probably putting out a front. We're new customers.
Bonnie nailed it.
Yeah,
This is a guy who can sell a
exactly.
fish a bicycle. He is absolutely equipped to be lying to new customers that everything's honky-dory.
Is Aram
I have a question above
with
table.
us?
Aram, I'm going to say, is back at the carriage.
Word.
Yeah, Pookie's not super interested in it.
Mm.
I have an above table question.
Shoot.
When you say he has his hand in a lot of pies, is that like he's financially backing organizations and getting like revenue off of them, or is he like getting money from somewhere? Like, what do you mean by hands in pies?
It means he's involved in a lot of different organizations. It doesn't necessarily mean that he's the broker behind them or the money behind them. Like, follow the trail of money. Where does it lead? What that means is going to be unique to Gerald, but it's a great question to ask. It's just whether or not he's going to tell you the truth.
Well, then I'm going to ask out of game. Is there any problems that anybody in our group is facing right now from outside organizations?
Tons. The Family of Man.
Yeah.
Well,
Family of
I
Man
don't
and
think-
South Street Union are two big fucking problems right now.
Yeah. That's my thought. Like, is he like supplying weapons or something to the Family of Man, and
You're welcome to ask.
could we get him to stop doing that? I don't know if he's gonna tell us.
Well, he might.
I feel it's a pretty big.
Do we know anything about the relationship between him and Aram?
Aram would inform you that he has been bringing pilfered gold from treasures, from unburied graves, to this guy for years, and he has been turning it into liquid cash for him at a pretty severe knockoff. We're thinking like a silver on the gold kind of deal. He's giving him maybe a tenth of the real value, but it's something. So, I dig up 8 candelabras in a bag full of family heirlooms. Give me some money right now. And he will give him some money to take the gold and then sell it off at a profit to whoever down the line.
But they have they've met.
They
and,
have
like,
a business
a
relationship,
yeah.
correct?
Okay.
So in game, I'm going to say, I'll just give it to you.
Pal, you think
Yeah.
it's my first day? Come on. Ain't no such thing as a free lunch. What do you really want?
I'm looking for work, and I hear that you got jobs.
You was looking for work? Well, tough shit. See that guy at the back? That's all the work I need right there. Johnny, give him a wave. Johnny goes,
Oh, I was just hoping that you might need to get your hands on strange items such as this.
such as this?
No, I point at the powder keg.
Yeah, he's pointing at it. Such as this?
Yes.
Bullshit, pal. You telling me you can find more of these?
Maybe not these, but I'm just asking for anything. Why should it be just this?
Make a deception check for me. Because it seems to me that this is not something that Grimm fully intends to do.
Well, maybe it depends on what it is. I'm
Okay.
asking him what he's looking for, and he's being very sly about it.
He is being
Well, he's
very sly
also
about it.
he's also lying about like not hiring other people for help because we already know he does hire Aram, and Johnny Dandy already said that he would offer me a job.
He has a business relationship with Aram. Aram is not his employee.
This is an insight. What am I looking for?
Roll insight for me, if you please. I can tell you a bit more.
Well, that darn. Can I roll investigation instead?
Sure, whatever you like.
Okay, so that would be 17.
17. On an investigation, you see that the ledger in front of him is written in Thieves' Cant, which I believe only Chrysanthemum speaks, considering that she is a rogue. You recognize that a lot of these names in ledgers are fake. They are like Mo Lester and Mike Hunt. These are not real names, but these might be code names for real people, meaning that even in Thieves' Cant, he's still lying.
Would Fletcher not know any thieves' cant? Considering he's part of the criminal union?
Unless you have Thieves' Cant as a language. Thieves' Cant is how to hide plain spoken word in dialogue. So you can have a conversation with somebody about the weather, but really ask, is this place a safe town for me to panhandle in?
Yeah.
That's what you're really asking. So you can interlay a safe message. But it can also be done in written form. So all that to say, you may know a little bit of like jargon in the South Street Union. So for instance, if I tell you a guy got kicked, he didn't really get kicked, he got killed. If I tell you a guy got taxed, he didn't really get taxed, he got forced to send a kickback. Like I can tell you what this jargon means, but it doesn't mean that you understand Thieves' Cant. Whereas Chris, being a rogue, actually knows Thieves' Cant. It's a little bit of a technical difference.
It's okay. I'm just wondering.
Well, the thing is, I know that he needs a job or some type of like. If he wouldn't be shaken if he didn't have a problem.
That's correct. He's got some sort of issue.
So what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to figure out how I can solve this problem by find out what this problem is by asking him how I can solve it for him.
It might be more direct to say to lean on information that perhaps you don't actually have, because this is a person who speaks through the lines. So if you go through the lines in the direction of what you want to know, you might get something out of him. So to lean on information you don't necessarily have.
So something along the lines of
I heard you have a problem.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say.
Maybe I can take care of it for you.
Maybe I can't do his job, and I point at the guy outside, but I'm sure there's something that's got to be bothering you. Something around here that's got your heckles up.
Make a persuasion check and do so with advantage. Chrysanthemum, is your badge showing at this time?
It's on my belt.
Dirty 20, because I got a 13 and I got a 19.
I usually like open my jacket to show it, so.
But it's under your coat.
Yeah.
Okay. You said dirty 20?
Yeah.
He goes, listen, Chief, you look like a smart customer, so let me clue you in, pal. Unless you can bring people back from the dead, I'm not certain there's a way you can alleviate my particular worry. Alrighty. So...
Shit.
Sorry, what'd you say, pal?
I just know we need to help you, and if it's a guy being dead,
Yous need to help me. Well, goodness, ain't that putting your cards on the table?
I just glare at him.
What? What'd I
Okay.
do?
Not
I don't
you.
fucking care.
I'm glaring.
Look, no one else. Fonz isn't around. Like, I'm tired. All right.
The guy with the metal arm is who I glare at.
We can make this go on for 5 hours, or we can get it done in 10 minutes. Young sir, what would you like us to do?
Oh,
I
young
look at him.
sorry, ain't that something? Well, don't I feel just like $1,000,000? Come here, big guy. Let me show you something.
Big guy me or big guy him?
Points at Fletcher. Come here, you.
Okay. It's like hesitantly.
He pulls out a gold coin and sets it on the table. Match my wager.
Wager for what?
Match my wager.
I put a gold coin on the table as well.
Fantastic.
A
Thank
brokest
you.
person.
Fantastic. Thank you. Some people, it's like pulling blood from a fucking stone. You get me? Alrighty. Look here. He takes the 2 coins over to his side and says, both of yous, close your eyes. You, sweetness in the middle, keep them open. I want you to see this. Points at Bonnie. So,
Oh, I love a magic trick.
So Fletcher closes his eyes. Grim, do you close your eyes?
Can I see into the future for what's going to happen?
Yes. Make an investigation check with advantage.
Investigation 22.
You know he's going to take your money.
I hand my money to Bonnie. Sure, and I close my eyes.
He has the 2 coins on the table and says, all right, fellas, you twos, close your eyes. Slides his hand over them and palms one of the coins. And there is another coin on the table. Says, all right, boys, open your eyes. Which coin was yours?
Would Fletcher actually be able to know?
Fletcher would not know.
Probably. No. Okay, that's fair enough.
So wait, he took both coins off the table?
He took the one you gave him, palmed it, and deposited one of his own.
You changed it out, didn't you?
Opens his palm, and there's a 3rd gold coin, the one you gave him, in his hand. See? In my game, nobody knows whose money is who. So everybody is a little bit dirty. You understand? So the Primogens give me their tithings. He just drops the gold into his bag and closes it. The Primogens give me their little indulgences. The Family of Man gives me their caravan raids. The Pand Imperium gives me a portion of their tithes. And everybody gives a little bit of everything to me. And I make sure everybody gets their nice, fat, even piece of the pie. So what happens is everybody's got a little mud under their shoes. So nobody's too keen on rocking the boat. You understand? People who build the roads, where do you think that money comes from? It doesn't come from the taxpayer, not really. It comes from the people getting fucked. That's where I make my money.
He gets it.
So who died?
Someone did rock the boat, though.
You're damn right, sweetie. Somebody did. One of my big players up in Left Haven bit the fucking bullet this past couple days. And now, I gotta deal with all this bullshit coming at me through the pipe. You understand that? It's a bit of a pain in the dick if you don't mind my saying so.
Right. Well, what can we do besides resurrect a person, you know? What did he leave behind? What's his fucking mess that he left on the table?
Well, what he left on the table, so to speak, this guy, if he was important, if he wasn't important, sort of missing the point. This guy, shall we say, he had an interesting way about coming into information, right? He was a knower of things, so you could go to him and you could say, "Hey, please, give me a little heads up if something's to come my way." Something starts coming my way. This guy pipes in and says, "Hey, watch your 6. Something's coming your way." You turn around, bam, it's there. Every time this guy knew what was going on. Now, with him biting the bullet, not really a whole lot I can do.
You need an info guy.
I guess so.
You need a protection.
Maybe, yes. Information. Now, that's important. That's important. What I really need is to find the guy who killed him and whack him back myself, but you can't really have that in this day and age, can ya? With all them laws on bounty hunting, freelancing, and all that.
We don't know anything about that.
Make a persuasion check, Fletcher. Absolute
No,
worst
that was-
time to say we don't know anything about that.
Okay, well, I meant like, I was more like wink, wink, nudge, nudge at him.
Oh, are you trying to let him know you know something about that?
about what? I
About
lost it
who
now.
killed
I might have
Vlad?
fucked up. Oh,
Us?
no, that's not what I was going
That guy
for. You meant
there.
about like going on adventures and bounties and stuff like we were
Oh,
doing.
you're trying to say
Yeah,
we know something about the adventuring life. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge.
yeah, that's it. That's
He
literally
goes,
it.
he
I
goes,
don't know another
yeah,
guy.
I kind of figured you would. Ah, anyways, so my guy in Lufthaven maybe gets got, maybe gets clipped. It's the way it things, but I guess I gotta just wait and see, eh? Try and keep the whole thing from cracking under the weight of it all. You understand? I'm a very important person. You can measure a person's importance in one or two ways. Either the people they know or the gold in their pocket. I'm a man who prefers to think of himself in the latter. So, is there something I can help you to, or is it just for, you trying to blow smoke up my ass or something?
So if we find this guy that killed him, and supposedly he goes missing,
Well, if you can prove that Hughes was the one who maybe showed him his way down the, hiking trail, so to speak, I might have something for you, I might not.
You know what I think?
What is it you think?
I think some smart guy out there is gonna figure out that you need help, and he's got what you need, and he'll see that I can work for this guy. I got what he needs. I got the information. So he'll come to you at some point and offer you services, and then your problems are fixed. Just a matter of time. These things take time to, you know, come together.
How much time would you say?
Oh, I don't know, cause that happened what, like a
Yesterday?
week ago? Yes. Okay. I was like, damn, we traveled to
Yeah,
Adalia in a day. Okay.
yeah, you killed him 2 days ago. Actually, dawn of day 5. So today is day 7. You killed him 2 mornings ago.
A week at most. Give the people time to learn about what's going on, and people be like, oh, Mister, Mister.
He hasn't given
I
us
don't
a.
want to say Mister Brittis. Well,
His
we
name's
know
on
who he is,
his
right?
name's on the front of the store. Yeah, you know who he is.
Oh, I thought you were gonna name the guy that we killed, and I'm like, he did not give us the name of the guy that
Oh,
died.
he did not say Draven.
Oh no, I was trying to think of his last name,
Oh,
Mister
Franks.
Franks. Yeah, I was trying to think of his last name, Mister Franks. Someone will think that Mister Franks needs some help,
Whoa, whoa, whoa,
and
whoa.
he'll be the guy to do it.
My friends call me Little Britches, and please, if you're in here, your family, you can call me Little Britches. Come on.
Little britches.
There you go.
Well, someone out there will be smart enough to know they can help you.
Is that
Give it a
somebody
few days.
is there somebody in the room with us right now? Maybe, maybe not. I'm not asking for concrete intel, I'm just saying.
Out of game, do we know who's gonna fill the power vacuum of Draven?
It's pretty much not set in stone. Gore Yazo is about the only person on par with Vlad, and if she's got to do both jobs, she's going to do both angrily. Because she is the spokesperson for the family of man, and she is the much less kind of the two. Meaning there's going to be a lot of war and terror about it. Vlad was kind of what was tempering that fire.
He was the nice guy.
He was the nice guy.
Yeah.
so
Other
he
person's
wasn't
like,
famous. Okay, so the guy. Did you guys kill the guy? Is that the thing right now?
Yeah, they killed Vlad Draven.
Yeah.
They chucked him out of
Okay, never
they
mind.
chucked him out of the tallest tower in Lufthaven.
I forgot. I
and-
forgot it was this person.
and
that we
rode
were
his
talking about.
corpse to the ground.
Okay, well.
And by
good
they,
job.
I mean Emmett.
He.
Yeah. Yeah, I was
Me?
not
Are
present
you sure?
for
Did
that.
I do that? I don't think you could put that all on me. I don't know.
Did I do that?
Did I do that?
Yeah. Okay. Well, I don't know. I kind of want to revoke some of the things I said because it doesn't make as much sense anymore. But it doesn't matter. I don't care. We gotta keep
I'll
things
say,
going.
I'll say, I don't think that person's in this room, but because we're just passing through. But I think you should know that. From what I know, I think you'll be fine in the long term.
So a person's telling me, person I know, no idea who you are, not for nothing, but I don't know you from a fucking hole in the ground. You're coming in here asking me what, to just sit on my haunches, trust everything's gonna be okay? Well, not for nothing, pal. I don't take a chill out, things will be easy from just anybody, alright? What do you know that I don't?
He's got me. Um, I'm just speaking from experience. I just thought you should know. Like, stuff happens and you can't control it.
Well, you're
It just,
speaking from experience. I thank you very much, kind sir, for your wisdom and generosity in your old age, but not for nothing. If you're not the one who can fix my problems, I got a pile of rocks outside for you to kick. You understand? Is there something else I can
yeah.
help you find folks with? You got anything that needs knowing? You got people who need taken care of?
Oh, if you can't solve the problem at hand and get the solution you want, why can't you just change the
Problem,
problem?
problem. Who's saying problem? You said problem, not me.
You just said
You
problem.
said problem. I don't remember saying that. You're the one said problem.
I heard 2 seconds ago when you told him that if you can't solve my problem,
Johnny,
you can go.
Johnny, did you hear that? I didn't hear that. See? I'm just saying. I got a witness. Says I didn't say it. So what did you say about the what'd you say, problem? Goodness say, that's big words you're putting in my mouth, but go ahead.
Is there any rocks around?
Rocks?
The only
in
okay
the store?
out
No.
of game,
Hmm.
out of game. I don't know if maybe we should try to mention like somehow that we just came from Lufthaven and might have a little bit of information and like tell him without telling him. And like we don't have to say it was us, but we could tell him that like it's maybe he's okay for a little while until he finds another confidant because Lufthaven is burning and they have a few other problems to deal with. I don't know how fast word travels if he even knows Lufthaven is burning. Like
Word used to travel pretty fast with the newspaper. But if you remember, the red letter was in Lufthaven.
so would there have been like a newspaper maybe lying around where we could see like it's been a while?
No new issue
No.
has been released since that
Well,
time.
what exactly do you know about the situation in Lufthaven?
Well, what I know and what I can prove, two different things, you understand me?
Well, I can prove for you we were just there.
Sure you were, pal.
Haven't had a newspaper in a while, huh?
Well, of course, nobody has. Red letter was in Lufthaven. Lufthaven goes up, kaboom. Where am I gonna get my papers from, huh?
Also, Lufthaven's kaboom.
Well, I heard the scuttlebutt, I guess.
I guess we can't give you much information more than that, huh?
You could. If you was really there.
We was.
So, my associate may or may not have bitten the bullet. Question remains, who's left to fill that, so to speak?
Well, we left there for a reason.
And
It's
what,
not good.
and what was that reason, darling?
The next one's not good.
Hmm. I'm gonna have him make an insight check. Wow. Uncharacteristically bad. Uh, he is flustered a bit by you. You can tell he's pretty attracted to you, and therefore his lie detector might not work that well.
Mm.
But you are implying something, and he kind of can't piece together what that is. He's going, So you was there. What'd you make of the situation? Anything you want to tell me? Anything that may or may not be worth some kind of information fee. I'm known to pay a private eye now and again.
I'm not still the one dealing with this. I don't want to.
I don't want to.
Well, out of game, what we know. Okay, so out of game entirely, we know that Lucius basically jumped out of the thing with Draven, and also we know that the thing burnt down. What else do we know? Like, I seriously.
Family of Man took over. They killed a whole bunch of people. A power vacuum is left with really only bad actors left to fill it. You know that Chrysanthemum would know that Oswald and Orsten Peel, who are the leaders of the Powder Kegs, are probably the only people in a high enough position to take over Ophelia Stahl's post. And you know that Ophelia Stahl is dead, which might not have reached him.
So then, just so I know all this information.
Except the Oswald Orsten thing, I don't think Chrysanthemum has opened up that much about the Powder Kegs investigation. But she could share that information as well if she feels keen to do so.
Because I'm thinking that since I did just put a powder keg down, just Chrysanthemum, could you point at it, please? Because I don't know that information.
What?
Look
Why
at
am
the
I pointing
fucking
at it?
keg.
You don't know anything, Fletcher.
Well, they're pointing at the keg, aren't they?
Shit,
Yes, but-
shit, I'm looking at it, big guy. I don't see nothing you don't.
That's.
I just know that's what they wanted them to do.
I'm gonna say that Chrysanthemum already told me. Is that okay?
Chris, would you
About
have
the
told them
Peels?
about Austin and Orsten Peel?
I mean, maybe sitting it around the fire one night or something.
Yeah, you know Oswald and Orsten Peel, who are twin tiefling brothers, run the Powder Kegs, and they are the criminal faction of Lufthaven. So they got pushed out of Coute Rouge a couple of years ago. That was the bombing of North Ward, and retreated back to Lufthaven, where was their stronghold. Now they are them and Ophelia were the big swingers of Lufthaven, but the Family of Man was kind of a more secretive, we kind of play things on the down low, but we are still here kind of thing. And with the Family of Man making a big play for power, pretty much only the power vacuum left by Ophelia would be filled by one of the Peel brothers, or both.
Okay, then. What I'm gonna say is.
Wait, I'm going to, just to help with the pointing of the powder keg, because you said they're tiefling brothers, she's going to drag a finger up one of her horns and then point again at the powder keg.
Make a persuasion check. That's close enough to point him in the right direction.
Is that the keg would have like obvious like?
It
a
does. It
brand
has a
or
PK
something
on it
from-
for powder kegs.
25.
25. He goes.
Oh, wait, no, wait, that's my bad, 23.
Still high. Beats 20. He looks at the keg, looks at your horns, and goes, I gotcha. Those gold-toothed bastards. They're making a play for the big throne, aren't they? But why? Ophelia's sitting there.
Who's to say?
Who's to say what?
It's a mess down there.
Ah.
If
Well,
I were you, and this is just me,
If you was
I'd
me,
take-
you'd be what? 3 feet shorter. Hey!
Your business partner's not the only one who probably died down there.
Okay, so Lufthaven's really tits up. Good to know. And you came by this information how?
we were there.
Nah, you don't have to say more than that, I understand. Okay. Well, that kind of information makes you pretty good pals with me, you understand that?
Nope.
Such good pals. Hey, some information might fall in your lap. What is it you guys are looking for?
What are we looking for?
And Gerald makes it clear to you through a series of implications and intimations that he is able to point you in the direction and give you a pretty clear rundown of a thing. If you guys are looking for a thing like a rift or any sort of next step, or you want to know more about a bound or anything, if you can give him sort of enough information to go on, he can say, I know who you're talking about. Let me just cut this down to size.
He would know about rifts.
He may. This is a guy who pretty much knows a lot.
I don't think you know anything about my bound, so maybe Alistair, but
Oh, you said Alistair? I know that guy. Come on.
We go way back.
Come on. I'm just a little guy.
I mean,
Know about? Do you know about the scanner? Tell me that. Probably not.
that would be a good question.
That would
Or
be a
what
good
the-
question.
yeah. It's hard. All of our characters have like 3 different things that they need to know based on our bounds, and then also
Welcome to the game. Welcome to
this
the
overarching
fucking game.
plot.
What do you mean? That's the
I just
game
need to
I
call
made.
Alistair on the phone.
Let's get
Be
on
like,
the.
what's up, Alistair?
What's good, Alistair, my boy?
Alistair, what's going on?
Like, because I also would like to tell him like what the hell is going on in the underworld if he knows anything about
Sorry.
that. Like,
He may know about the underworld too.
Like the criminal underworld or like the real?
No, like the
Like the
underworld.
Underdark.
Oh, okay.
Oh, that one.
I figured it was that one.
What exact locations are we trying to get to right now? Like, because we know that that Lucius has that army that is somewhere in, I believe, the Underdark,
In the
because
Underdark,
it was.
correct.
Yeah, it's in the Underdark.
It's
And
a city called Elsewhere.
and what's keeping us from going to the Underdark? Because the Underdark used to have access everywhere, right? But it's all gotten closed off.
There are still, to be believed, entrances to the Underdark in some key locations. Now, what those might be are kind of yet unknown. We don't really know what the Underdark's doing most days. A pretty safe bet is like Kaela. Kaela is a mining town, so odds are probably good they happen across a entrance to the Underdark or two. But there used to be, you're right, there used to be many entrances to the Underdark. They have since been closed off.
So
How far
maybe
away are we
get
from Kaela?
Quite far. If we go to the world map,
Okay.
you are in Adalia. You are 40 miles away at best from Kaela, and that's 40 miles of difficult terrain. So we don't know what's going on and all that sort of road work.
we'd have to pass through Bryhold, unless he would know anything about those records.
Interesting.
He might know about some records.
Or some, because we figured out the mystery with the wine, right? Or did we
Yes,
not?
the wine was pretty much solved.
Okay.
Thanks to Chrysanthemum, we pretty much
Okay,
figured
sorry,
out
I'm
the deal
like-
with the wine.
Okay, cool. I was like, couldn't quite remember.
I would vote for inquiring about finding records, but that's just me, because we could always just come back if he acquires some, and
The rifts might be more.
that also.
I was
Useful.
gonna ask
I
about the
think
rifts,
the
but I was
rifts.
waiting. I was
Yeah.
waiting.
I also would.
Yeah, I think
I-
riffs are good.
I don't know
Mhm.
how we would ask about that without sounding absolutely.
Hey, any disturbances in space-time around here or something? You got any
I had
weird
I
rips
was
in
thinking
space-time?
about like Fletcher had been obsessing over trying to recreate one via drawing or something, and like write down details about it.
You can draw a
I mean, they're
picture of one,
sparkly,
sure.
aren't they?
Yeah, pretty.
We're like the fix-it people for riffs. We've like fixed like 2 riffs so far, because wasn't there one in Left Haven as well? It's like, I know Cootridge had one, but
You fixed
Left
2?
Haven had one. So it's like, we're just fixing all the riffs. It's like,
Let's go find them.
hey, we're fixing riffs. Let's go find the 3rd one. It's like,
Hey, we're in the
Usually
business of
happens
fixing riffs.
Well,
That's what we do.
So do you want to
I mean, like,
inquire
what-
about the rifts?
he's my
yeah,
god.
like,
Yeah,
what-
I want to. Yes.
What have been
Alrighty.
the defining characteristics around them? Like what can we say? Hey, has this been going on? And kind of gauge that there's a rift there.
It's
Sparkly
different.
cracks.
It's different
Space-time
for
disturbances.
It's different for everyone. Coot Rouge was going through like a more time-based dilation. The Mazework Manor actually used it to its advantage to bend space-time and to fit, like, to have a big puzzle manor in its place. Like, a lot of its engineering was less so, or was helped by the rift being present in the basement. Um, so it could hide a lot of its footprint by literally bending space around it. So it could be different.
Then that's what we ask. We're looking for something that is different, something that's changing the world around it. We seem to like to find things like that.
I understand. Well, one hand washing the other and all. You maybe tell me something, I maybe tell you something. If you were or were not looking for something of this description, you may or may not find it at Emerson, shall I say. A place like Emerson would be a great place to start looking. Yeah. And let me just let you know that if you were in the business of looking for a particular thing of this quality, maybe you'd like a stiff drink beforehand, maybe at one of the many wine cellars in the location. Yeah, it's just not for nothing, a little info for you.
Mm.
So I consider that makes us square.
I want interest on my gold.
What gold?
We'll just give it back.
Give what back? I didn't take nothing. Johnny, you see me take nothing? You didn't take anything, dude. I didn't take nothing, see?
I'm gonna
I
leave.
go to grab the powder keg.
It's just gonna fucking
You go to
leave.
grab the powder keg, and a knife leaps through the crowd and sticks itself in the wood just where you're about to grab the base of the keg.
Who threw it?
Johnny from behind you. Wouldn't do that if I was you. Nah, I'm afraid, Chief, sorry. This is price of admission. But tell you what, I'll give you 2%.
How about a game of chess and you'll give me 10?
How about you blow me? And he takes out 3 gold pieces and slides it across the counter. There you go. There's your 2%. Ah! And takes the takes the powder keg barrel.
Fletcher just takes his coin back. It doesn't say anything.
Was there something else I could help you with?
So we're leaving at this moment,
Well, he's asking us if.
it seems.
But
Anything
yeah.
else I can help you with?
I don't believe that was price of admission.
Oh, I believe it was. I don't even know what you're talking about, really. Price of admission? You sound crazy when you say things like that.
And that
I'm gonna say, I guess while
that
we're
was
leaving, I'll
really
just say
valuable. That's the problem with
It was
for me with
very
that
valuable.
is that like because we were just let in here.
Hmm?
Oh,
But showing him that loosened his lips a lot. It bypassed a lot of the persuasion checks you would need to even get on the level where he told you about the money thing, where he explained the concept, where he talked to you. Like, the powder keg you gave him really did bypass a lot of this encounter.
okay.
Oh, he sounds
Is
so
it worth
bummed.
it? Is it worth
Okay.
it, team? Should I push any more?
no, because I don't
Just
want to
give it
fight
to
Johnny
the little
Dandy.
bugger.
It's a smart move.
Just give it to him.
I want to ask, how can is there any way we can
Wait.
contact you in the future if we hear something and want to pass it along, maybe?
Sure, you hear something you want to pass it along, you go ahead and dial me at any one of these LDN numbers. And he writes down 2 of them and hands you a card with 2 separate LDN numbers.
Is the grenade still on the table?
No, he put that under the counter.
Darn it. I was hoping that I could at least get some type of explosive back.
I owe the shit out of Grim because he keeps asking about shit, about getting stuff back. It's like, stop. Just stop. Let's just we gotta cut the losses.
All right, you guys cutting your losses?
Yeah, I'll just say,
Yeah.
Aram sends his regards. He's taking a nap. You know how nocturnal he
Oh,
is.
it's a pleasure as always. If you'd told me you were Aram's friends, hey, we could have skipped all this nasty business with the upfront sort of give me hammer back and forth. We could have gotten right down to brass tacks. But not for nothing. Yeah, you don't say nothing, I don't know nothing, right?
I
Go
got my
on.
gold back. I don't care.
You come
He
back
gave us
any
a few
I
tips
walk.
before
I
coming
walk
in.
you
out.
come back anytime, sweetheart. And you guys walk out. I'm going to find the picture for my man Little Britches.
Yeah. What a sleaze bag.
No
Yes, absolutely a sleaze bag.
Little bridges.
So
There
does
he
he feel better or
is,
not?
Mr. Little Britches. Yes,
Yeah.
you guys
Yeah.
absolutely repaired Little Britches from being shaken.
Oh, cool.
Okay, so do we
So we
return to
kinda
the
did it.
world map?
Yes.
Okay.
Is there anything else in here that we would want to explore or look at or talk to or like
That's
since
a
we're here?
great question for you guys.
In the town?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, just the town. Yeah.
Um,
I'd want to call Alistair from an LDN machine if that's here.
Yeah, there's definitely an LDM machine in town.
Is there one by chance at the place where the
What's
gambling
going
is?
on?
Is there one? Is there by chance an LDN machine at the gambler's hut?
At the parlor house, absolutely there would be. You guys see a big old, I'll say like almost very antebellum style, this big double decker. I hate to say like a plantation house, but kind of that style. Very pretty glass windows. A gambling parlor, and there are games of Three Dragon Ante, and blackjack and whatever else you guys prefer. Your games of choice.
I sit down and open my dragon chessboard.
I would not say that Dragon Chess is a mainstream way of gambling. However, I will go ahead and roll a flat luck check and see if there is one.
Well, this is why I just bring it along with me.
There is. You see an old timer in the corner who has his Dragon Chess out and is smoking this big fat pipe. And he is just waiting for a young buck to come by and lose his money.
I'd be able to go advantage on this because I know that I know all of his moves before he makes them.
Incorrect. I'm not gonna let you use your your nativity in that way because that is absolutely fucking game breaking. That's foresight. No, categorically no.
Come on.
But you're welcome to make an intelligence check against him, and I'll allow you to make some money off him.
I mean, you have like,
a lot of intelligence.
Sound good?
but no
Yeah.
gold to bet with.
No, I have a bit of gold. Thanks
Like-
to
Okay, yeah, you
Um,
got 18.
Mm.
Right?
Yep.
All right, you want to bet? You want to bet him?
Yep.
Roll straight intelligence check.
19 plus
Wow.
this intelligence.
Yep.
Oh, it's up here. Plus 4 is
Yeah, 23.
23.
He rolled an 18 plus 3 for a 22. He is probably one of the best Dragon Chess players you've ever played. It's down to like 4 pieces between you, and you get him with a checkmate he just didn't see coming, and he goes, "Well done, young Bluck. Alrighty, here you go." And he hands your wager back. What did you put on the line? 5?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, he gives you back 10.
Mm,
So you can add 5 more gold to your inventory. Okay.
Okay.
There is an LDN machine in back. If you guys want to send a message off to Alistair Cross, I believe Chrysanthemum has his number.
I have his number.
It will cost 3 gold to use the LDN.
After winning my chess game, I'd walk over to Lucius and toss him the 3 gold.
Okay, great. Grim will happily pay for it. And you guys are able to contact Alistair Cross.
And this is just like I'm sending him a message and I have to like wait for a response, or just like
It's pretty immediate.
it's not like a phone call.
Yeah, it's pretty immediate. If he's at the terminal, he'll see it, and you know the terminal's in his office, so odds are good he's there.
I don't want to send him. I'll just ask like, hey, are you shaking right now? Like I know Lufthaven's in a bit of a spot, but like let me know if there's anything I can help with, and we do have someone looking out for you right now if anything goes sideways. Kind of like that.
Do you sign the letter?
Yeah.
Do you sign with your full name?
Potential repercussions. They can't. Can people trace LDN numbers in machines?
Absolutely, yes.
I'll sign it LV.
You sign it LV.
Maybe that'll.
I'm just going to say that Fletcher is going ahead and transcribing this. There is no operator here, but Fletcher knows LDN, so he's able to transcribe this for you.
Okay, yeah.
The message gets sent off. How long do you anticipate waiting for a reply? If you overshoot it, then I'll tell you if you waited long enough.
If he's in the office, I'd wait like 20 minutes, 25 minutes.
It comes back longer than 20 minutes.
So I wait, or do I miss it?
Do you want to wait or do you want to miss it? It's 20 minutes and it
I want
hasn't
to
come
wait.
yet.
I want to.
What time is it currently?
About 4 p.m.
I'll wait another. Do you have to give me time, or do I just have to wait?
Gotta give me a time.
I'll wait another 20 minutes.
40 minutes. It comes after 30. You get a message
Okay.
back that says, LV, stop. Thank you for checking in. Stop. I am not doing very well. Stop. Business between Lufthaven and Coute Rouge has become shaky at best. Stop. There is much turmoil between the family of man and the Hand Imperium. Stop. I am not sure how long my station will be concretely imposed. Stop. Signed, AC.
Are the stops just line breaks, or is he like
Stop.
typing stop?
Stop is end of sentence. Yeah. So old school telegram, they weren't able to type a period, so they would write the word stop, meaning that was the end of the sentence.
Yeah.
Okay, so he wrote back that his station is.
He is not sure how much longer his station can be concretely imposed, meaning there might be a time when he will be removed from his station.
How could he be removed from the head of the Phoenician Society?
It's a great question.
I'll write back. What makes you think that?
Is that it?
Yeah.
Okay, another 3 gold. The message comes back. The family of man has had a nasty habit of sending me unsightly letters. Stop. They are against my treatises on the history of dragonborn kind and their history of, quotation marks, race mixing. Stop. They believe the treatises to be against their order and therefore a sin. Stop. Signed, AC.
Okay, so they're trying to get that stuff put in like the history books.
It would
and
seem
shown
that way.
to people.
Yep.
And he's openly defying them? like, or pretty not openly, but like kind of like I don't want to do that.
It would seem. How much do I want to give you on this? Reading between the lines, it would seem that Aleister Cross has maybe published a couple treatises that talk about Draconia's early history and their quote unquote race mixing, and that the family of man might view that as distasteful, and because the works have been published, seek to either have the tomes pulled from the shelves or have him punished extrajudicially.
So I think Quake on him is a good call because they might come after him if they want to. Would they want to go after him with all the turmoil in Loft Haven?
It's right next door.
Yeah.
It is
I know it's
coastal.
next door, but like
It is coastal Vrent, so Aleister Cross would still be in that area.
so they just want trying to read between the lines if I can. They just want Alistair to publish basically their side of the or their views on race mixing.
That would be correct. That would be a logical read on the situation.
Yeah. Okay.
All right.
So, who's on him right now?
Nobody.
Quake.
No one's on him.
Quake, that is correct. Quake is now on Aleister Cross.
I was wondering if it was Quake or if it was someone else. Yeah.
Yes, and Quake protects people from hunters, which in this case would be a faction, so it would apply. They would not be able to kill Alistair without getting through Quake first.
I mean, that's good in the meantime, right?
It is good in the meantime.
He's pretty fucking strong. Yeah, we just don't know
Is there
how
any-
long
Is there any
they're
note
gonna have.
of ease you want to send to Alistair?
Yeah.
If you wish to send another message, it will be another 3 gold.
Understood.
This
I
is
got
like an
paid
old
gold. I
school
wanna make sure Al's-
payphone that you have to put 3 gold into before it lets you type the LDN message.
I probably just want to say like, don't ruffle any feathers. And I'm not gonna mention it, but I'm assuming he knows like not to mention his connection to me because he knows their views on it. I'm assuming that's kind of inferred with our messaging, just like
Yeah, probably.
keep on the download. But I'll it's probably okay. So I'll just be like, don't ruffle any feathers. We have someone watching you. If they come after you, but if you feel threatened in any way, like threatened, leave. Because I know stuff over there's in a hot mess.
Do you give him any place to go?
I mean, doesn't he have an office in Brighthold?
He does have an office in
Would go into
Brighthold.
Brighthold.
Great memory, yes. Brighthold is technically a different region from Coastal Vrent. It's Central Vrent.
So front. And I'm assuming the Family of Man also has some type of presence in Brighthold, if it's the capital.
Potentially, but Brighthold, Central Vrent is more run by the Hand Imperium, for better or for worse.
Which I'm now have a bounty from, correct?
I believe it's the Primigenian Order.
Primigenian Order. Okay. So yeah, I'll tell him if you feel like threatened, go to Brighthold. We're kind of making our way there, and I'll meet you there if I can. If you show up, basically.
Okay, is that the end of your message?
Yeah.
Alistair writes back, I am comforted by your measures to protect me. O great king, stop. I will do my best to keep my head down, and in the event of insurmountable troubles, I will return to Brighthold and await your company at the Venetian Historical Institute on King Street and Grimaldi Avenue. Stop. Do not tarry. There are interviews I wish to conduct on your personal knowledge of Draconia. Stop. Signed, AC.
Yeah. What was the road? What was the intersection?
King Street and Grimaldi Avenue.
King Street's very fitting, and
I'm just worried
Grimaldi.
someone's gonna read that. If someone's
Well,
gonna
the LDN
trace
machine
their
is in his
money back.
office, so unless they can trace it, but I need to make sure he's comforted
For
that he
everyone's
has
knowledge
a
above
plan.
table, they can and can. They can trace LDN messages and they can read the exact transcript of what was said.
That's why I'm worried. Yep.
Alright, so 9 gold was spent. I want to make sure that was paid for by somebody. And then that's the end of our conversation with
Yeah.
Alistair.
I paid 3.
Yeah, I covered the other 6, so 9 gold was spent total.
Okay.
Yeah, that's kind of the end of the conversation.
Lucius, make me a persuasion check. This is to see if you remedy Alistair Cross being shaken.
Man, that's not great. 7.
Sorry, he is still shaken. Alright, time now is about 5 o'clock. It's kind of too late to travel, but you guys are welcome to stay here in the parlor house. They have rooms upstairs. This is a pretty nice establishment. I'm going to go ahead and rule. Let's go to tavern. I'm going to go ahead and rule that this is a modest inn at 1 gold piece a night. So for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 people, it'll be 5 gold. If anyone wants to cover that tab, you're welcome to. Otherwise, we can all take a long rest and awake in the morning.
I can pay for it if you guys want.
Okay, Fletcher's got the tab.
5, remove. Got it.
All right. That is it for the session proper. Well done, everyone. You guys are welcome to stick around while I roll on the bound tables, so I can show you guys what the process is like.
Okay. Like, with all that's going on for the family of man, would they be so interested in tracking a random LDN numbers? But if they know about Alistair Cross,
Potentially not. Again, you are in a very obscure place, and messaging a relatively unknown person. So it's not like it wouldn't be an object of their interest per se. Family of Man would have a harder time doing it than for, say, the Hand Imperium. Like, if you have a warrant by the Hand Imperium, they can get a warrant, right? Which basically means that they can analyze any LDN machine. But if Coot Rouge were to come under siege by the Family of Man, they would probably check into Alistair Cross's office and see who he's been chatting with.
Yeah, it's not necessarily like right now it's a problem, but it could be in the future, which is, I don't know. I always worry. That's fine.
I just had a thought. If I could retcon something, instead of signing it LV, could I sign it the King as like a way to hide my initials or identity?
I'm afraid we already
Some type
said
of-
LV. I'm going to hold you to that.
We already said okay. That's cool.
I
For
am
future
gonna hold
reference,
you
I
to
just
that.
want to think of like
Yes.
that's totally cool.
Good thinking. And for future reference, great way to go moving forward. But you did say LV. I am going to hold you to that.
Works for me.
Okay, do we have any other questions before I get to rolling on these tables?
Oh, I wanted to ask about where the heck that tree or that thing that Elenion said, the Malvenora. How do you spell that?
Milve Honora. It is MILVE space ANORA.
And do we know where that is?
Yes, it's the marble capital. It is the capital of Galeagroth. It is in the glossary. On the world map, it is to the left.
Okay.
It is perhaps south left of you guys. Okay, any other questions before I get to rolling? All right. Weekly, Alistair Cross is shaken, but he is also protected by Quake. So he is on escalation 3. Let's see how he does. Highest of that roll was a 4, meaning he is compromised.
No.
Wait.
Next,
He's escalation 3.
he has escalation 3.
Oh,
Oh,
Wow.
wait
oh
a minute.
Lord.
That is incorrect. Alistair Cross should be escalation 5. No? Wait. Hold on a second. So he was in Coastal Vrent. Where is he now? He's in Coastal Vrent, which is 4. He is shaken, which should put him up to 5. And he rolled a 6. Which is compromised. I was right. It is compromised. Okay, so he's compromised, not dead. He missed it by 1 point.
Oh my God.
Absolutely.
Even though he's protected?
It only gives him advantage. Absolutely
Yeah.
fucking based.
Oh.
How'd he
God.
die?
He did not die. He's
Oh my
compromised.
He's not. He was almost dead.
No,
He
but like,
missed it by
I'm like,
1
how would he
point.
have died? Oh my God.
Okay.
Oh my god.
Next is Baldwin. Escalation 3, because he is in Kaela, which is the southern Grey Hills, and he is protected by Witness, which gives him advantage. Highest of those was an 18. Escalation 3. He is stable. Next is Thorn's second bound. He is shaken. Next is Darren Porter. Darren Porter is stable. Next is Garrick Harrenhal. Escalation 3. Oh, sorry, I don't know why I'm rolling these at advantage. Let me put one of these back. Escalation 3 at 5. He is injured. Next is one of Pip's. I didn't mark which one this was. Stable. James Barco. Stable. Thorn's third bound. Stable. Obscura's first bound. Shaken.
Josh, look to your left.
Echo! Wiggles! I love you, Wiggles. You're a good boy. You're a good boy, Wiggles. I miss you. Nexanumus. Escalation 3. 6. Injured. Paracelsus St. Ivana. With advantage at escalation 4. Highest of those is a 15, which means she is stable.
Oh, good.
Riley Gleason, no longer shaken. Escalation 2. At a 16, he is stable.
Woo.
Siobhan Asira, 4. At a 16, stable. Tealson Lane, escalation 2. That is a natural 1 for injured. Tom Keeley, escalation 4. 15, stable.
Knew I picked the right ones.
Yep. Vivian Voss, escalation 3. Stable. Gerald Franks, shaken.
No.
No longer shaken, but on a natural 1, he is shaken again. That's the game, guys. That's the game. All right. And that is all for the weekly checks.
Hooray.
So, most people are
It's the most
fine.
stressful thing ever. Oh my
It's
God.
very
Yeah.
stressful. If we want, we can do this every time the weekly checks come up, and we can have this kind of collective breath holding.
I like that.
Yeah. It would be
Alright.
cool.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think it's good to be all in the know at the same time.
Very cool. And we wake up on the 8th of Earth.
We get updates now from.
Yes, I will put those in report right now. Or ASAP, I suppose. It might not be right this minute, but as soon as possible.
No, now! No, I'm
Right,
just kidding.
right now!
Hurry up! Hurry up!
Just a minute.
Gerald, there was one more thing I realized that I might want to ask Gerald. Are we
Garrick, you
still
mean?
playing, or is the game or is today over?
I'd say today is over.
Yeah, it's
Okay.
like 9:30.
I just really thought of one thing that he might know about.
Yeah, we can always save it for next time.
Oakley dokley.
Write it down. Write
yes,
it down.
write
Yes,
it down.
I will.
Do not forget.
Text.
Yes.
We
text
also
it to
ha-
the family.
We also has his LDL number.
Yes, you have his LDN number.
LDN numbers.
It's true. He's got multiple.
Yeah, he gives two.
I got 2
Mm.
phones
Oh,
over the I got 2 phones. Clown to clown connection right here. That's what this is.
Clown to clown. Always.
All right, guys.
Since middle school.
Great game. Love you guys. Good game.
Yay!
We did
Yay,
good,
you
right?
did good.
We solved puzzles.
You solved a puzzle. I'm so proud of you guys.
Full role playing.
Yeah, great job, everybody.
Yeah.
Everybody should go home proud of
back.
themselves. We're so fucking back. All right, I love you guys. Bye.
We're so
Aren't
back.
we all
Okay,
already?
bye.
Bye bye.